Yo.
Gentlemen.
Yo. How was the training arc? Oh, just fucking amazing. Top tier Noita skills. I'm ready to go today. Flawless gameplay today, boys. Flawless gameplay. Your wig is lopsided. I just woke up, you fool. It's my hair. You shut your mouth. Good to see you guys. Good to see you. Hope everybody's doing well. I know, late as hell. It is 1:58 a.m. Woo! Late nights, but late nights are meant for gaming. That's what we're gonna do tonight. Do a little bit of gaming.
A Friday stream anymore? Isn't this just a Saturday stream?
It's time.
Listen, Vex.
It's launched in sweat.
If this is a Saturday stream, Saturday's my last stream of the week. So are you telling me that I don't need to stream again after this one? Is that what you're saying right now? You know, you may have a good argument there. I gotta listen to this. What? It's only Saturday for a couple billion people?
Right now. He is
Look. Some people, it is not Saturday yet. Okay, maybe it just hit midnight for them, but still, there's, you know, I started on Friday night. It is Friday night, damn it. It is Friday night until the sun comes up, and then we'll consider it Saturday. But right now, the sun is down, it's dark outside, it means it's Friday night, and we gaming. Gotta keep my hands warm, a little cold, a little chilly. It's Monday where I am? Okay, it's fucking liars. Quantum Corp got a new update and it's traumatizing. Oh, thank you for letting me know. I gotta peep that in just a second. Let me get the deposits turned on first before I get stabbed by somebody. They're like, deposits, you son of a bitch. All right, let's check this clip out. Apparently we get to see something interesting from Quantum Corp, the game that we've been regularly peeping their updates. What do they have this time? What do they have? What the fuck? What was that scream? What was that? Huh. Interesting. You know what that gives me vibes of? Whenever they were they did that one Pokemon. Remember they were kind of like redoing Pokemon a little bit, and they were giving it a little bit of a darker, you know, I guess more realistic fighting to him. And that Squirtle bites that fucking Charizard, or the Squirtle bites a Charmander, and he just screams.
Got you! Fight!
I don't even remember. Wait, what did they call that reboot of Pokemon? I don't even remember. But it bites it right in the nuts. All right, I don't think he bites his nuts. Did he bite his tail? I don't remember where he bites him. Pokemon Origins. There you go. Vex remembers. Is this Quantum Corp? Yeah, this is Quantum Corp. The message with it says, vacuum tool is now a bit better, as blowing burning coal is literally an actual flamethrower. Also testing some death sounds. Too much? Just right? They're all the reactions. Let's fucking go. You know what? I'll like that one. I'll put that on there. Not enough. Good stuff. I like it. Something with snow or slush today. I think that is a good idea. I like the idea of doing a snow-related run since it is getting close to Christmas. You could decorate the giant tree and create a sun at the top to make it a Christmas tree. Now that's a pretty unique idea. Turn in Noita's tree into a Christmas tree. The problem is the sun part, because when you move the sun near it, like let's say you prep the tree and you're like, it's all perfect. And then when you go to move the sun over, it like slides into like the rest of all your work and just fucking eats up half the tree. You're like, no! It's like decorating your Christmas tree, and then you're like, hey, what if I doused it in gasoline? I wonder what could happen. Let me also throw a match over there. All your hard work will be eaten up. It's not Christmas without a Christmas tree fire. It's part of the holidays. Could you make soil in the sky so that the tree is in the star background and cut little holes in the tree with chainsaw so that its star shines through? I don't know about with soil, but you could use cement for sure. Soil, the problem is it will try to move. I kind of want to do the snow shifting one, yeah. The problem with the snow fungal shift is we could just do touch of snow. We could make a touch of snow build, but is it gonna be enough? I feel so. The touch of snow will take some setup to get going. Maybe all bosses run using it. Problem is, a touch of it doesn't kill all bosses, or even that many bosses for that matter. Can you make a snow pollen engine? So it's something that basically has a cloud that is snowing, or is that possible? I mean, yeah, you could make something where a cloud just follows you around and it snows the whole time. That is very doable. You'll bury yourself. You could, snow is considered a powder, so if you had dissolved powders, I think you'd be fine. Touch of snow inside of an egg, so you can throw it as a snowball. Okay, we just do a run called Building Death. The thing is, we got to start we'd have to get Saving Grace for this run. And we need good heals. All right, well, I think we're just going to call this run... What do you call this? Building a deadly snowball? So it's supposed to be an egg.
Right now, he is drenched in sweat.
An egg with touch of snow inside of it. Noita building a snowball of death.
I really wish you guys could see this guy right now. He is drenched.
Touch of snow is a thing? No, it's not actually a thing. They're saying to like you take a spell like touch of whiskey or touch of spirits, which is whiskey, and then you fungal shift the whiskey into snow, and then it doesn't change the name. It still would be touch of spirits, but then you could be like, hey, it's touch of snow because of the fungal shifts. Self-decorating Christmas tree build. You are the tree. Explosions as ornaments, lasers as lights, stack projectile modifiers and self-triggering effects, so your wand constantly branches and splits and sparkles and turns every projectile into more explosions. The problem is, I don't know if we would get clear visuals on that. Like, it would just be like, I mean, there would just be explosions everywhere. I don't know if you would be like, that definitely makes me think of Christmas. More of like 4th of July. All right, I went ahead and opened the bets. All right, so it's going to be called Noita Building a Snowball of Death Run. What's going to qualify for those people wanting to know for the bets? The Snowball of Death has to be, basically, everything has to be able to be contained within an egg. The egg has to be able to be thrown from my character, and it has to be able to instantly kill. Well, not instantly. It has to be able to kill, even if it's slowly, an 11 Orb Kolmi. The egg has to have something snow related in it that helps you. I mean, it doesn't have to. It's just something snow related in it that also leads to like the boss dying. So essentially, I set up a build in such a way. I throw an egg at 11 Orb Kolmi, and he dies. That's the goal. I mean, I may have to throw several eggs for him to die, but the point is I'll be throwing eggs at him to kill him so that they are deadly snowballs. Hand-tossed or wand-thrown? We'll say both qualify, but we'll try to do hand-tossed for the effect. We will throw... Okay, I will do that, Nettie. We'll throw little combinations of some snow, maybe a little bit of urine in there for some yellow snow. We'll make a little we'll make a combination. We got some regular snow. We got your yellow snow. Just don't get your hopes up. The yellow snow, I don't think will look very yellow. It'll just be snow with urine on top of it, but we'll see what we can do. Would you be able to turn Kolmi into a snowman, please? I mean, the thing is, we're going to try to convert something into snow. What are the touch-up spells? We'll probably cover his ass in snow. All right, don't worry. I don't know if he'll be made into a snowman, but he'll be doused in snow. Okay, that's all caught up. Good to see you, Alan. This is all correct. Start a new game. Daily run. Where's it putting us? Feeling confident for my birthday. Let's send this one home for my first 7 streak. Hell yeah, Icarus. Early happy birthday, man. Or if, I don't know if it's early, man. Happy birthday. Worm pheromone. Alright, little wormy pheromone. Oh, crappy levitation. Very crappy levitation. Oh my god. Oh my god. Almost crappy levitated my way to freedom. There we go. Gonna take a moment. Spark bolting our way up there. Is challenge up to date? It should be now. I hit update, right? Where it just says that we have to kill 11 Orb Kolmi with an egg that is filled with like some kind of deadly snow stuff. Oh shit. I think that works right there. I think so. What's test 60? You have a fungal shift idea? Wait, Dunk, I got you. What if the egg has a bouncing burst wisp with free shot for the snow? Does bouncing burst have 100% creation? Let me look real fast. Bouncing burst. Oh, only 6.6%. Wait, what the hell? You need 25 of those? Man. Kind of brutal. Yeah, so you'd have to choose a wisp that's 100% if you wanted to put it inside of an egg. Otherwise, it's just going to be super frustrating. Maybe. Honestly, I think the touch of probably is a nicer effect. I think that the other ones, especially if you're throwing it around Kolmi, you may not exactly see. You may just like, you just be chilling. Also, the Kolmi would be dead. The touch of should be a pretty clear visual of like a deadly snowball, I think. I hope. Oops. Orb fell down. Or heart fell down. Does something deadly mean the snowball can harm you, or just that it does damage? Just that it does damage, but we're probably going to use a touch of spell, so the harming us is, you know, going to happen. We'll probably be going with one of the touch of spells, which are touch of gold. I doubt we're going to be messing with that one. I don't want to change gold dust into snow. Touch of water, maybe. Touch of oil, that's also a maybe. Touch of spirits, touch of gold. That's the touch of urine. We'll probably not mess with that one so that we could keep it around for the funny stuff. Touch of grass, doubt we'll mess with that one. Touch of blood, maybe. And touch of smoke, also a maybe. The smoke, kind of unlikely. Dealing with the smoke is a little bit more annoying. The shifts 7 and 12 shifts are held to diamond, diamond to held. 7 to 12, are those our earliest ones to set it up? Yikes. Well, I guess it could be worse. First time catching the stream. What are you doing today? Today we're doing some goofiness. We're going to be playing. It's a regular Noita run. It's vanilla Noita. We are playing on the daily run. As you can see, it's grayed out. So we are currently on the daily. And we're going to try to make some kind of deadly snowball. Which, by snowball, you're going to have to you have to use your imagination a little bit, because we're going to end up building a egg trigger build.
Daddy.
Where is it? Son? What's up, Alan? Alan's getting freaky with it. All right, the holidays gets him frisky. Don't judge. He has a Santa fetish. All right, let him be. Let him be. We'll talk. We'll laugh about him later. We'll wait till he leaves. Summon hollow egg trigger. So this is supposed to be our snowball, the egg trigger. Use your imagination, and we'll throw it at enemies, and inside of it we'll have some kind of, you know, high damage snow related explosion kind of stuff. We'll see. When does Santa show up in Noita? Actually, only a few days away. I think it's the, oh wait. The editing of the, being able to edit in the tree for Christmas time, for the holidays, happens first. And that starts on the 23rd, if I remember correctly. The 24th is when Santa shows up in Noita. We're less than a week away, though. All right, there's Circle of Acid. If we convert it, well, sadly, whenever you Circle of Acid, you see it and it like does this huge wave of acid, and it makes you think, oh, if you were to convert it into another material, it'd be so badass. But it's always, in my experience, almost always disappointing. Where you cast it and it just creates a tiny bit of the material that it shifted into. It doesn't do this huge wave of it.
I really wish you guys could
Why
see this
doesn't
guy
it?
right now. He is
You'd have to ask some of
drenched
the
in
people
sweat.
that are like, you know, they know like the deep, maybe like somehow how the engine stuff works. Because I don't know. You would think that converting it to another material would still allow for that crazy effect. I don't know why acid is like.
Oh, I really wish you guys could see this
It's
guy
meant
right
to be
now. He is
acid. Anything else, and it's
drenched in
just like
sweat.
nope. You still make some of it. It just doesn't make anywhere nearly as much as you would think. I'm probably gonna need this pouch today. It's my first Christmas in Noita. Is there anything I should know to not miss out on? Just know the 24th, the 25th, and the 26th. If you're a person that tries to 100% Noita, you know, you're one of those completionists. Hold on, let me murder this guy. This guy's been freaking annoying. Most annoying Stendari that ever lived. So yeah, for 3 days, there is going to be this enemy right here. The little Santa hiisi is going to start showing up. So some people, they want to, you know, have every enemy kill, all that kind of stuff. So that would be a day that you want to stop by. You don't even have to win the run. If you kill them, they'll be on your progress. Just make sure you murder a couple Santas. They do throw explosive Christmas presents, like there's snow bombs. And then outside of that, though, the other thing isn't like a big deal if you don't utilize it. The tree that's on the surface, in fact, if I pull up the map, it'll make it a lot easier. You see this tree right here on the surface? Normally you go in here to grab the music notes and the cantale, the little wand that you can, you know, play songs and stuff with. This area actually turns into kind of like a holy mountain where when you walk into it, you can edit. So you can come and go as many times as you would like, and you can edit as many times as you like. But that's gonna start in it starts on the 23rd. So it's coming up soon. But that isn't like any special, you know, that's just a nice convenience. You don't get like an achievement or anything for that. It's not like the Santa where you want to kill him to put him on your progress. Unstable telly. I do like that. Is that a bad guy up there? What's he doing? Ooh, whoa. Wait, what the hell? Oh, I was like, why was he berserked? Well, this ghost was around here. And this ghost gives all nearby things the kind of berserk effect. So be careful about that today. Make sure the acid spitter doesn't hit you with a berserk acid ball. It's a biome modifier. That's the reason we're seeing them. You can see the little tombstones all over. That's part of the biome modifier. That ghost facilitates his own death. That's true. He helps you beat his ass. What a nice guy. Chaotic Poly. You know what? I'm feeling lazy, so let's throw that over there. And let's grab the Chaotic Poly. Now we have a guaranteed easy method out. We have the Unstable Telly, but that one maybe is a bit spicy. We'll see. We have multiple ways out of the first mountain. That's what matters. Alright. Well, normally I'd grab the tablet, but since we're going to have to do some fungal shifting today, I'll just keep the pouch on me instead of my usual tablet just for emergencies. Hey Dunk, I have a question. When you're playing Noita, where do you focus your gaze? Do you look at where your character is standing, where your cursor is? Do you look at enemies? I keep dying because I'm looking at the wrong thing at the wrong time. Most of the time, I'm looking at my character. Even when there's enemies around, you know, some people watching me probably are like, what the hell? Why is he missing so many shots? Like, say there's an enemy right here. You think, just put your cursor over and shoot him. Pretty straightforward. But there's times that I mainly just keep my focus on my character, and then I just shoot in the general direction. Because you can tell the enemies to your left, right, with your peripheral vision. You don't need to, like, you don't have to, like, stare at them. You can just stare at yourself and just shoot in that general direction. That's especially true, I feel like, this approach, it keeps me safe in snowy depths. Because snowy depths, the enemies shoot a lot of these arcing shots that can make it a little hard to... If you're not staring at your character, it's hard to, off of peripheral alone, take into consideration how the bullets are, like, curving and everything. But when you're staring at your character and just shooting in their general direction, the bullets become really easy to dodge. Because they're just like, bloop. And you're just like, all right, move to the left. Bloop. All right, move to the right. But whenever you're staring at the enemy, it starts to feel way more difficult. But everybody, you know, everybody's got different skill sets. Some people probably have no trouble just staring at the enemy while also, you know, pixel perfect dodging every shot at them and everything. But for me, I just find You know, stare at the character. It would probably not be the best advice if you had if you're using a spell that's limited on how many shots you can take. But because something like spark bolts, you can just shoot them forever. It means that hitting every shot accurately isn't like the most important thing ever. Instead, keeping my HP bar as full as possible is a higher priority. So that's why I stare at my character and just shoot, just like throw damage wherever the enemies are. Throw it in that general direction. Oh yeah, I forgot. This has acid here, doesn't it? So we could just use the acid as a way out of the mountain. Then we wouldn't even need the chaotic poly. Yeah, yep. Like, in the early game, I don't think that kind of playstyle is going to make a huge impact. I don't think you're going to be like, whoa, now by looking at my character, I'm not taking as much damage. But I think when you get into snowy depths, that, like I said, that's where it starts to make a difference. You start to realize, oh shit. Makes it a lot easier to stay alive whenever you're like, hey, I just shoot in this general direction and then just focus on dodging. Alright, I'm gonna... If I pour out some of this chaotic poly here, and then I throw the... Alright, yeah, we can do this, I think. Maybe. Just admit you like to stare at Mina's hips. What? Excuse me? What? Alright, then we don't need this flask. It's not as big of a priority. And the reason I did that, because normally chaotic poly I would use to exit the first mountain, because you can poly yourself and then you don't have to worry about the holy mountain collapsing. But I have an acid ball. Acid ball will allow us to just melt part of the holy mountain away. And yeah, it will piss off the gods, but we don't really care about that too much. So I would just use the acid ball and then not have to use the chaotic poly. Yep, exactly. Purifying powder getting value. That is a rare moment. And so I put the purifying powder on the chaotic poly just because since it's a longer run, let's say 3 hours from now, I forget that I put that pool of chaotic poly there and I'm fast traveling around. I could accidentally, you know, poly myself and that could lead to me dying. Trust me, it's happened before. Sometimes shit just gets crazy. Some minor news, but Dunk, did you hear that skins are now banned in speedruns? Really? When did that happen? Let me look. As of now, character skins are will be banned from use in speedrunning. Most character skin mods significantly change aspects of the gameplay, such as placement of the arm, as well as its size. This causes the wand to be in a different spot and behave differently to vanilla, or cause an easier/harder time pouring a potion on yourself depending on the skin. Ah, so it does different hitboxes. That makes sense. Yeah, so these have thick Mina. Look at this guy. This guy, you know, whenever he answers the thick Mina mod in the trivia, tries to be like, it just happens to be some small piece of information that he knows about. Meanwhile, he's been doing research on it. He puts it on his list. Has been found to interfere in one way or another. There's no comprehensive list of character skin mods that are being taken into consideration that you should avoid, as this role is supposed to encompass all of them, besides a few that don't impact these aspects. Well, thanks for letting us know, Lysias. Screw it, I'm gonna drop the bomb off.
Lasiachi.
Lasiachi. This is a pretty crazy wand this early. This is a way to kill the Alchemist. Meaning that you can get really early access to Greek letters, yeah. Yep. Our money's actually a bit lower than I normally would be because I spent some of it. Gotta collect up some of this gold dust. Oh, we got another Stendari. Want to use the tablet on Stendari? You could. You gotta remember that whenever you go over to throw your tablet at him, he will get a lot spicier. But you do get bonus money, or you can get bonus money from it. So it can be worth it. I'm just shooting him. But you are right that when I'm running low on money, it'd be the smart move to get that bonus gold. Alright, I think we're ready for the first mountain. We did not find a single heart in the first zone of today's daily. That doesn't mean one doesn't exist. Like maybe I wasn't thorough enough. I may have missed a heart. But at the very least, there aren't many. Today's daily's not very strong on the health. Well, I'm feeling that right now. I am feeling it. Again, there may have been a heart in there. It's not impossible that I would have missed it, but you did not see one. So I think we're going to try to use this wand because, well, it's kind of badass. I'm closing all bets, by the way. I'm just using this moment to stall. So what I'll do is we'll put down a reduce, recharge, and a spark bolt, and then that's it. And this will rely on the always cast. Add a little bit extra damage. Because it does, as you can see, it ticks damage. Which in the early game is actually huge. You know, that damage is no joke. Because you gotta remember, most enemies, they don't have, you know, much health. So Venomous Curse will shred them. Alright, let's close the bets. Let's begin! Some of you already left in the cold instantly. So we do have the egg trigger. The rumors are true. Actually, you know what? We could run a chain bolt on this wand. That is kind of an interesting idea. Because it will have Venomous Curse. Early Tinker? On a longer run? Don't mind if I do. It's nice. Get a timer in there. Extra Spark Bolt. Okay, we can't hold more stuff. Extra Spark Bolt. Throw some bubbles on there. We're rolling. Yeah, that's true. Very good point, Test 60. Even once this wand becomes kind of like we have better stuff, it still is a great backpack wand. 25 capacity, kind of hard to beat. Well, shit. I guess we just let the mountain collapse then? Unless we wanted to get the pacifist chest. We're like, oh, I need the pacifist chest. You have acid to dig out. Personally, I wouldn't want all those Steves, but still. Yeah, we don't need to, though, now. Remember, we got Tinker. So there's really not much of a reason. The only reason to keep this mountain intact is if you're trying to save the collapse of the mountain to, because every time the mountain collapses, it clears how many enemies you've currently killed. So you can, so say your kill count is 10. Then you collapse a mountain, it goes to 0. This means if you enter another holy mountain while your kill count is 0, you get a pacifist chest. So I could use that method to try to get a pacifist chest in the next mountain by like not collapsing this one yet, killing some stuff, and then later collapsing it. But I don't think I'm going to do any pacifist chest farming, so we just let it collapse for now. It's not a big deal. Could be a heart, right? No, that's not the right. Oh. Dunk is compensating with that wand. Stop looking at my wand. I'm much more important than just being a girthy, massive wand, okay? I'm more than that. I have more to offer. Oh my gosh, this angle is garbage. So much damn. Come on. So much lava. If you're curious, chain bolting the nest is annoying because chain bolt doesn't have a homing effect on the nest, even though it does on regular enemies. So it's one of the times that the chain bolt does not shine when you're fighting a stupid nest. Come on. Nest, stop hawking up these goddamn enemies! Get them out of here! There you go. There we go. Go away, lava. Who the fuck says Fanta? What? Oh. Fanta? Listen, this is a whole... Fanta is how it's advertised in fucking... At least in Texas. I don't know about the rest of the U.S. I took a picture at a fast food place. I think it was Five Guys. They had a machine, like the soda machine, and it literally said on it, damn, I still have that picture, I'm pretty sure, right? I've posted in the Discord somewhat recently. Fuck, I must have deleted it somewhere. It was somewhere in the Discord. I posted it, but it said, I told you, listen, it said Fanta. It even had like the little commercial like playing on it. And I was like, I wish chat could see this. Because every time I say Fanta, they're like, it's Fanta. And I'm like, I know, but that's not how it's advertised here. I've been brainwashed. Conveniently deleted evidence. Don't you start with me, damn it. From user. All right. I'm scrolling. I'll find it in 2 seconds. I know it. I found it. They're back and they wanta Fanta. All right? You wouldn't say they're back and they wanta Fanta. That just doesn't make sense. They wanta Fanta. You see? You see? Boom. Checkmate.
You know who else loved
Smash.
Fanta?
Nope.
Nazis.
That's actually true.
Nope.
Actually true. Sounds ugly, this whole ad. Hey, that you can debate that all day, but I'm just saying, I'm a victim of the advertising rather than just being a person who pronounces it weird. You also pronounce it weird. No, it's how the advertising told me to say it. They made me.
So don't you want to be deprogrammed LMAOICANT?
I'm just saying, I watched that for years. I'd be watching fucking, you know, some Hey Arnold commercial break, and then they'd be playing Don't You Want a Fanta? And I'd be like, I do want a Fanta. I'm gonna go drink some fucking grape Fanta right now. And now I have to get shit for it from you guys. What's your excuse for mana? Well, mana, I think most people agree that it can be said both ways, right? Isn't that one's not like the Fanta one? The reason that one gets debated is because Fanta comes from Germany, and they're like, hey, it's said Fanta, like that's literally how it's supposed to be said. And then I'm like, oh shit, well the American advertisers advertised it as Fanta rather than Fanta. But the mana one, I think that one has something to deal with, is it Diablo? Something like that would say something about mana. Blah, blah, blah. Something mana. I can't remember if it was Diablo. I feel like it was an old school Blizzard game. And it kind of just like conditioned me. But I know all the time you hear people now say mana. And I'm like, oh, the fuck? In Germany, we say it like you do. Wait, I was told it's supposed to be said Fanta. That is how it's supposed to be. That's how they say it in Germany. That my pronunciation of Fanta is wrong. It is Diablo 2. Yes, Sorcerer in Diablo 2 said I need mana. Yeah, see? I knew it. So again, it's just how I heard it, man. But I sometimes say mana. I find myself kind of jumping back and forth. Like I'm not like really committed. The Fanta one though, that one I gotta actually consciously think like it's Fanta. If I say it that way, but normally, just naturally, I want to say Fanta. Listen, at least we're not like those Canadians calling fucking Mario Mario. Mario's like a fucking Pokemon. We've talked about this before. Mario says his name. It's a me, Mario. And they're just like, for some reason, Canadians are like, it's a me, Mario. It's like, what? The fuck? What happened there? He says his name to you, and you still said it wrong.
I really wish you guys...
It's a me, Fanta. It's a me, Fanta. Canada isn't real, it doesn't count. You're not real, man. There we go.
Dunk, you literally say Naruto. You can't make fun of the way people say things.
What? Naruto, it's correct. Naruto is accurate. You're part of the problem, all right? You're part of, that's a whole different conversation. We're talking about products, like with basic names and shit. You're starting to get into weeb territory. Like when I say Orochimaru, people are like, oh, Orochimaru, it is Orochimaru senpai. It's like, what the fuck? The fuck was that shit? No, what in the weeb shit? No, it's Orochimaru, it's Naruto. I don't know what the fuck you're on about. It's correct. It's the truth. It's the truth. That's because weebs fucking they commit too hard to weebdom. They're like, no, you gotta put the fucking whatever the senpai kun whatever the fuck they throw onto the names and shit. It's like, no, it's Naruto, not Naruto kun, whatever the fuck you're saying. It's not Orochimaru fucking Sama. It's Orochimaru. Get it right, damn it. Go watch the Naruto sub and listen to Naruto's name. It's correct, man. It's close enough. Come on. No, not Naruto cunt. K-U-N. You know what I'm saying. Don't get smart with me. You watch the dubbed anime? No, I watch subbed. Listen, what the fuck? Who's watching dubs? Who's watching that scrub shit? You ever yerked it to anime honeys? Why is that the first thing I'm seeing? Listen, Synthotron, we're trying to have, this is not how conversations work, alright? Like, you don't just fucking, hey, I know you're talking about this one thing, but you ever yerked it? You want a Dr. Pepper? You know, I'm not to get the Dr. Pepper guys worked up, but I do think Fanta is better than Dr. Pepper. I mean, it's just the truth, all right? Just the truth. Dr. Pepper's not bad, don't get me wrong, but come on, have you had a grape Fanta? That shit's delicious. There's black holes down there, so I don't know if there's much reason to keep this. Hey! We grabbed exploding corpses and we were out of there. You ever tried Spezi? It's Fanta and Coke? Wait, what do you mean it's both of them? Is it just like a slang and people just combine it themselves? Or you're saying it tastes like a combination of the two? Both? It's both? Mixed? It's a combination, they sell it that way? Really? I never even heard of this. Huh. No, I haven't. Oh yeah, witch Fanta, that's true. Alan says witch Fanta because I think the generic, like when people say Fanta, you're supposed to picture the orange flavor, right? Isn't that the most popular one?
You can't handle my strongest goldfish.
You can't handle my strongest goldfish. Yes, yes. Okay. I wasn't sure. Again, that could have just been like the advertising in like the way it is here in the US. Maybe they're like, no, over here in Germany where it originated, you know, it's a different flavor. But there's lots of different flavors now, but the orange one is the most common. The grape one though is pretty damn good. This is how Naruto is supposed to be pronounced. Please learn and better yourself lovingly. Also, it's not a stall.
We are looking at how to pronounce the name of this manga series or anime series, both in English and Japanese. So in Japanese, this would normally be pronounced Naruto, 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 Naruto. But in English, it is normally pronounced Naruto.
Exactly! Naruto! Exactly! Exactly!
In English, it is normally pronounced Naruto, 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 or Naruto.
Naruto. Dunk Japanese?
Who the fuck asked?
Wait, chat. Listen, chat was getting worked up because I wasn't calling them fucking Naruto Sama or whatever. I don't know what the fuck they're getting worked up about, alright? I just said Naruto and they're just like, they're jealous of my perfect pronunciation, I think is what it is. I get it. A little bit of jealousy. Dunk, you say the T like a fucking D. D's nuts. Naruto. Naruto. Naruto is the same shit, man. I feel like at this point you guys are just jealous of my perfect pronunciation. Is that what's happening? Jealousy? You're lashing out? I bet you say water like water? Water. Is water sound weird? A bit, yeah.
Well, I
I'm
wish
saying
you guys
water
could see
weird?
this guy right now. He is
What?
drenched in sweat.
My pronunciation, now we're going after the basic stuff? first is Naruto, which is I'm like, okay, it's a weeb's shit there, but you're saying water? It's not an accent. You have listen. If you're saying water different from me, you're the one with the accent, motherfucker. My pronunciation is correct. Is the English correct pronunciation water? If you're saying water or I don't know, water.
Chad, I think there's no saving him.
Water. This is kind of overwhelming right now. Fuck that guy. How's he not dead? Oh shit, he actually got the hit on me. Dude! Woo, we got lucky. We ended up in a safe spot after all that. I don't know if that was multiple mages before, because I feel like he just wasn't dying. You're losing it, move on. It's water! You guys and your mispronunciation of water, it's embarrassing. Alright, how about this? How about this? Can we all come to an agreement? I'm saying it right. Most of you are saying it right. Australia's saying it wrong. How about that? Because I don't know how the hell Australia, they got even no wrong. Nar. Like, how the fuck did that happen? Nar. That one's like, that was 2 letters, man. They got lost on that. Nar is fucking hilarious. Nar. Nar. You fucking what, mate? You fucking what, mate? Oh, shit. It just sounds funnier, because like when a person is like in a stressful situation, it's like, no! They just, nar! That seems like almost comedic at that point. Like you're almost saying it like sarcastically. Oops. Swing and a miss. Slurp. I got a heart! That's our first heart find of the run. They do exist. It sounds silly, making it great. It is pretty funny. Like, I feel like Australians have like an advantage in streaming because their accent is like it's funny, like it's a pleasant one, right? Some accents can be a little harsh where you're like, ooh, it's my ears. But Australians have one that's like, it makes you, at the very least, you laugh. you either don't notice it or you'll laugh. Like dunks? Mine is harsh? No. I get people all the time saying, hey, wait, aren't you from Texas? Why don't you have much of an accent? So, clearly, you're wrong. Oh, the venomous curse. I'm getting dizzy. The venomous curse is what's causing... No! You piece of shit! You could have died anywhere! No! Damn it! You definitely have a Texas accent. It's not it's just not a cartoonish one. I don't know. Listen, I've heard on several occasions, people said, if you're from Texas, why don't you have an accent? And I'm like, I mean, I'm assuming it's because my age group grew up in a time where we watched more like media from around the world, at least around the US, right? So that the kind of takes out a little bit of the accent. But with the older generations, yeah, you do still get a lot of country in them. Give me a moment. Doing something kind of funky. There you go. 63% ambrosia, that's not bad. What's the consume plan for this run? Yeah, let's go ahead and look them up so we can know exactly how we want to approach this. Okay, so what we're going to do, we need to know the shifts for today. Alright. So, silver, brass, and copper to rock. This one looks like it's inevitable. Nothing we can do to change it. Held material into ominous liquid. Sand into held material. Gotta keep those in mind. Lava into held material. Oh shit, fungus shifts away on shift number 4. Held into diamond. That was the one that a chatter was saying is one of our best bets for today. Dude, there's so many unique shifts in this one. What the hell is going on? So it is 7 and 12 is held material into diamond. So we hold, let's say, whiskey. Whiskey turns into diamond. Then we hold, on shift 12, we hold snow. Diamond will turn into snow, making it so that whiskey turns into snow. Or shift 14, water to held. Or that one. Yeah, that one's really easy, isn't it? You could literally just hold snow and just say water, brine chili water into snow. Pretty straightforward on that one. Or you could even do acid. I mean, acid is also viable because remember there's the acid rain cloud. There isn't a touch of acid though. That's the one that's just a little lacking, but the 2-part is broken. Oh, it's a broken shift on that one? The 2-part one will be broken. Your desired end material needs to be set up first. Ah, shit. So in that case, that will not be the move. They just do 14 then to keep it simple. So we would have to have diamond into snow. And then you would do the number 7, which is you hold whiskey into diamond, which diamond was snow, if we wanted it to not be broken. Yeah, we'll just do shift 14. That one's much easier and yeah, very simple. How do you consume if fungus shifted away? Don't worry, we'll make a backup fungus. We'll make an alternative fungus. We have a couple shifts to get set up. So from there, we'll just let the other ones happen. So shift number 1, we'll let it happen. Shift number 2, let it happen. Shift number 3, let it happen. Shift number 4, okay. What the hell? All right, scoop up some fungus. It's fungal time. This is a good spot, I think, to do it. We just drop the fungus. Shift number 1. Start your 5-minute timers. Well, no, don't start it yet. Give it a moment. It's about to start, though. There you go. Shift number 1 is in the bag. Some pheromone right there if you're in the markets. Oh! Some concentrated mana there if we want to use it to get into that one. Where was it? There was this right here, but I have acid as well. That should work. Should get the job done. Ow. There you go. Ducks. Ducks are pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. Do not underestimate the power of the duck. The power of the quack. So what we'll do, grab off one thing of ducks. Broken wand. I think I kind of need the rest of what I have, though. If it wasn't for having to do fungal shifts. Messing stuff up. I need toxic sludge. Which there is some right there. There's some right there, too. We're going to empty out our water. Water. Part's going to be a bit annoying. So I'm going to get some toxic sludge on me. Slurp, 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 slurp. Run to the water. Run, run, run. Alright, washed it off. What is this? What flask is that? Fuck! Curiosity's getting the best of me. An egg? Oh no, firestone. Psh. Get that out of here. Alright, we go into this mountain. We already know that we checked this mountain earlier with the return spell, and we know that there is a black hole here, which is nice. There's some spark trigger there. Lots of good stuff. So we're probably not going to need that. This we can just put there to take up space. It's nice. Damn it, if only this was a non-shuffle, that'd make things so much easier. We gotta switch from chain bolt because the area we're going into, Snowy Depths, you need more range. My perks! And the order that you put stuff here doesn't matter because it's a shuffle, so really doesn't matter. That one's kind of slow now. Yeah, the 0.6 is a little bit annoying, but it's whatever. Just I threw the other tellies on the ground. And then I threw them on the ground. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the heal. I'm gonna collapse this mountain. Murder some bad guys. Tell you, Dunk is as cracked as he is jacked. It's true. It's true. I saw him at a 7-Eleven the other day buying a monster in adult diapers. I asked him what the diapers were for, and he said they help contain my full power so I don't completely shit on these kids. Then he moonwalked out the door. So true. It's not a pasta. This is a 100% original message. First time it's ever been typed in the history of Twitch. Is there any electricity in this? Ooh, nice. It's a chest. It's going to slurp it up. Ooh. Plasma. I've got a plan. First we head this way. Oh shit, I did not mean to get hit there. That was a little misstep. Hit this way. If we just find us a decent non-shuffle, then we'll have a lot of momentum. So the best way to get an early good non-shuffle, and we have Tinker with Wands everywhere, there's only one place to go. Chat, who knows? Who's smart? Sadly, there was no smart people in the chat. They were all too tiny brain. Wand-Mart, Bayhue knew. Bed? Not quite. Staber with the Prime 4-monther. Hey Dunk, good to catch you live again. Finally, I gotta say, you really disappointed me on Jeopardy. What? My performance was all the questions that mattered, I got correct. You know, I was bad with like rain cloud, sad face emoji, peach emoji. What does this mean in Noita terms? I was like, I don't fucking know. And then when I was like, hey, here's a comment left on a mod, and the dude's like, I'm straight jerking it. And they're like, what mod is this for in Noita? And fucking Yolk is like, Thick Mina. And people are like, that's my fucking Noita player right there. Yes, this is true. I didn't know what the fuck that dude, what mod he was jerking it to. That is true. But I got the ones that mattered correct. He's still coping. What? No, I'm not coping. And I'm ready for the next Jeopardy, which, by the way, if you didn't know, the next Jeopardy, which I believe it's going to be Jeopardy, is taking place on January 3rd. And I heard this time there will actually be some more Noita questions. So that's something to look forward to. Alright, so we're going to drop down some fungus. Fungus, check. What else do we need here? Then we grab toxic sludge. Put a little toxic sludge right down here. Toxic sludge. Sand. And then, well, you don't really need fungus. You need fungus blood. So I think the bubbles should give us some fungus blood if I hit the bubble correctly. No! Land correctly, damn it. Burst in the right spot. There it is. So whenever they pop, they cause the fungus to bleed. And that bleeding mixes in with the toxic sludge and the sand. And next thing you know, you got mystery fungus. And the reason we needed the mystery fungus was because our main fungus, which is this stuff right here, is supposed to disappear later with the fungal shifts. That doesn't always happen, but it is a pretty common fungal shift, so it's a good combination to know how to make your own homemade fungus. Which now, with the custom fungus, we can drop it from up here, just like the other fungus. Ta-da! Mystery fungus. And then we eat it. And now we are doing shift number 2. I just realized. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. An ominous liquid. How do I get down there? If I use black holes down, I think it's going to be kind of rough, isn't it? You think right side of the tower will be a good gap? Let's see. Sometimes you get lucky and they have some decent gaps around it. Not quite. Fuck it, I got a plan. Don't worry. Don't worry. Because I have exploding corpses, it has explosion immunity built into it, and that makes me a lot braver. I'm feeling frisky. You ready for this? What we do... Probably just better to shoot it directly down, isn't it? Down. 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 Now at this point you may be saying you're fucked. But if I put a little telly down and I jump into that and I point down, it takes us down here. Which, that is a risky move, but because I have explosion immunity, it makes it way less risky. Not zero risk, but much less risky. And then while I'm down here, I gotta make sure I get something that allows me to dig back up. Like that. Freezing Gaze. I mean, the wand's just obviously an upgrade, so let's prep for that. He'll get soft locked. Add damage. That is true. Could throw that on there for a little oomph. Just get a better wand, though. This wand right here, I mean, is a huge upgrade. It's just we don't have anything that's really safe with it right now. Worms. Worms are pretty good digging, but I don't want to use them. I'm just going to... LARPA Explosion. It could be kind of fun. You know what I'm thinking we do right now? Is we go with... okay, this guy just keeps moving towards me whenever I pull up my menu. He knows. We go Spitter Timer, or Spark Timer. Damage plus, crit, homing, and then we throw on the ball lightnings. A little scary for the electricity, but it will do big damage. Maybe we put a spark trigger on for now. Keep it away from us, yeah? Maybe that's too close. Maybe that's a little too frisky. Oh! I almost jumped into that. That could have been bad news. He dead? Dead now. I'm not bald lightning. You're not, are you not allowed Greek letters? I can, but I just didn't have, like, the greatest digging and stuff. I mean, I have a good way to kill them. Just trying to get everything set up at once. We're just missing so many things. Making it a little frustrating. Weebs, no. Get your whole lives ahead of you. Don't throw it away by being a weeb. You disgust me. With my new glasses, I can finally see the truth. Dunk is bald. What? You're seeing lies. You know, I tried to play Dota after you hyped it up. I'm currently sitting at an 18-minute queue time. No one plays this game. Really? You're in an 18-minute queue? Huh. Wait, what servers you playing on? You missed a heart down there? Oh, shit. Heart down here. Down here? Ah, good eye, chat.
It's time to stop.
US East?
It's time to stop,
Oh.
okay?
No more.
No more.
That's probably why, though. You gotta think about, like... So, what the game tries to do is it tries to find somebody who is equivalent to you. Dota's pretty alive and well. But how many new players are trying Dota for the first time at 4:50 a.m. in the US? I feel like that's a really small group of people. But like with that said, we'll play sometimes at like 3 a.m. and we're a stack of 5 players, and so it has to find it tries to find another team of 5 people playing at, you know, 3 a.m. or whatever. And we get matches all the time on the US servers. But a new player, that's a really tricky one. Don't give up on the queue, man. It's like 6 a.m. East? Okay, yeah, so 6 a.m., even earlier. Dota is alive. Frog Hero is awesome. Yeah, see Birdie, he knows what's up. If Dota 2 has been a quarter of the league player count, it wouldn't have waited 18 minutes for a queue. I mean, there is no denying that League of Legends is the more popular game. But are you looking for a game that is popular or a game that is good? There's a difference. I mean, look at Noita. Noita's the greatest single player game ever made. And yet, so many gamers out there have never even played it. Because what is popular doesn't necessarily mean good. Popular just means made for the masses, right? Noita's hard as fuck? Exactly. Exactly. Maybe I shouldn't say good, because I mean, obviously, when you're creating something for the masses, it still is good in its own right. But challenging is a different thing. The masses in general don't want to be challenged. So if you want something that's difficult, you don't go with the most mainstream stuff. Mainstream stuff is almost never that difficult. Dunk hates Noita. No, Noita's amazing, but it's not. It's too difficult to be mainstream. Like, I really doubt you're gonna see some just, I don't know. You like, some people seem kind of casual, right? They're like the little baby noobs of the gaming world. You'll see them stumble their way into League of Legends, but you wouldn't see them stumbling their way into a game like Noita. I mean, that's crazy talk. Noita's where you sweat your ass off. Well, Pirate Software played it. All right, listen. I know you guys love to shit on Pirate Software, and it's pretty deserved. But he is, you know, a gamer. Proof that he's a gamer is because he was willing to sabotage his own reputation in streaming popularity to die on the hill that he didn't have any mana. That's a gamer move right there. That's a gamer. Don't even deny. You know that's a gamer move. They're like, fuck all you guys. I didn't have the mana, you piece of shit. If they were more casual, they'd be like, oh, my bad, guys. Should have, you know, he would have made that shit in a second. Some of these sweaty ass gamers, they'll be like, fuck you. I didn't have the mana, you piece of shit.
That is quite a bald move.
That's a gamer. So you may want to, he's the opposite. He's pretty sweaty. He thinks horizontal path is bad, fake gamer. All right, he does got some bad Noita takes, but he is a gamer. A lot of people shit on him, but I think he's one of the most followed members after yourself by the community. Oh yeah, for Noita, yeah, he's the most popular, most well-known streamer that has played Noita, you know, more than just once. Like, there are big streamers that have played it. Actually, Moon went pretty hard into Noita for a while, but then that was like years ago. But he put a good amount of time. I was impressed. You know, some people play it for like 4 hours and are like, I've experienced that game. But Moon actually played it for real. He's probably the biggest streamer that has over, I don't know, probably over 100 hours. Probably would be him. But in terms of like Pirate Software has come back to, he's probably played Noita in the last month. Like, he's played it for many months. He'll maybe go away for a little while, come back. A regular Noita, you know, streamer. Carnage. If Carnage played Noita, I think he only may have streamed it maybe one time, maybe two. I don't think his hours in it would be significant. Even Mathil, PoE streamer, has played it once. Actually, there's been quite a few decent-sized Path of Exile streamers that played a little bit of Noita. Like, they actually stuck around for, some of them, a couple weeks. I don't know about Mathil specifically. I feel like he may have played several days of Noita. But I just remember several times there'd be people in the stream being like, oh, snap, so-and-so's streaming, you know, Noita. I'm like, who's that? And they're like a big PoE streamer. And they actually would stick with it. Usually it'd be between, like, you know, a good content update in Path of Exile, so they're trying to find something to waste time while they wait for a Path of Exile update. Consume. Oh yeah, Sure4. Yep, Sure4 spent some serious time in Noita. He wasn't joking around. There we go. But I still think, yeah, Moon would probably be the biggest that qualifies for like over 100 hours played it. Because even streamers like Soda Poppin' and stuff have played a small chunk of Noita, but I think when Soda Poppin' played it, I feel like he had Twitch integration on, and that's the number one bait. That's the number one bait, is whenever you see a big streamer playing it and they have Twitch integration on their very first time ever playing it, it's like, damn it. It's just, they're not going to have the best of time. Like, they don't have a foundation understanding of the game. So having TI on top of a person that doesn't know the game usually goes pretty poorly. They don't exactly get hooked on the game, and you don't see them for a very long time. Now, you can play with TI later, but you first understand, the basic controls. They don't even have the basic controls down, and then, like, Steve is just being summoned in right on top of them. Yeah, Soda didn't have too much fun with playing first time and TI on. Yeah, and I don't blame him. I mean, I think if I played my very first time ever with TI on, you say, oh, that wasn't because I was like a genius and knew that it would be bad.
Now remember what you just said and consider that the horizontal path hater has TI perma open and suck up spam healing cheese votes LMAO.
He didn't always have TI on, though. I think that became once he got a foundation of the game. Pirate Software started playing more with TI on, but yeah, hey, listen, like I said, he deserves hate on certain things. It gets a little, you guys get feisty with Pirate. I get it. But calling him not a gamer is like kind of contradictory to like what we all know went down. He sabotaged himself in the most gamer way possible. Anyways, hold on. We were saying something else about, I got distracted. Why is it called Pirate Software and doesn't support piracy? I don't know about that one. That chat told me about that before. I thought he was, because his name's Pirate Software, and they're like, no, he's very against piracy or some shit. And I was like, wait, really? I have no idea. I never watched him like enough to know those kind of details about him, but I just know he's played a good chunk of Noita, and I have seen some of his Noita streams. What are the best spells to find in Wand-Mart? You can find heals in here, which is probably the biggest things I'm looking for, but at this point I may be risking a little bit too much. I've gotten enough stuff that I have basic digging and all that. Hanging around is kind of just playing with fire for no reason. So let's stop playing with fire and let's back out of here for now. Last time Pirate played Noita, we played the game until he crashed. We said that's the real ending. That's the way to be. In fact, that's how most people play Noita. I feel like the only reason I like to end all of my runs in a more traditional way is because I like a true ending to the run, where you get to see the beginning, the middle. Some people are here for the whole streams, but there are a lot of guys that just keep building crazier and crazier wands, keep pushing the engine further and further till eventually the game airs out, and you're like, well, that's it, the real Noita ending, and they kind of just abruptly ends it from there. Because whenever it does crash, sometimes it, the file like corrupts a bit and things can get pretty bad. Crashing can be frustrating to try to reload up your files, and like last time my game crashed, it actually errored out and Kolmi was deleted from my world, which led to me having to jank around with the files, getting everything back to functioning again. Wish the game handled crashes better. Yeah, I get that crashes are going to happen because that's kind of the way that the devs have allowed Noita to just let the players go crazy, right? Let them go crazy and don't restrict them just because you think that it would be unstable on the engine. But knowing that people will push it, yeah, I do wish they did a better job with the restoration of like a crashed run. It's got some issues. Crash ending run after this. It's pretty easy to crash your game if you know some of the crazy builds. Especially, there's a spell. Where is it? This one right here. If you use this spell, you're going to crash your game. It's just not. It won't take long. Your game's gonna crash. The spell is essentially bugged. In fact, there is a mod called the QOL mod, the Quality of Life mod, made by Latali, who's in the chat right now, and it fixes a lot of those, when there's a bigger bug like that he actually fixes it with that mod. It doesn't mean it makes it do more damage, or it literally just keeps your game from crashing every time you try to use that spell. Alright, get me out of here. Where's the best way out of here? What makes it crash? Latali has explained it several times. The spells to power converts any nearby projectiles cast buy you an extra damage. I think if you ever fire it and it doesn't find, if it finds 0 nearby projectiles, I think that's the one that causes it to crash. He's explained it before. He may be around. He probably has a copy pasted. Yeah, probably has a notepad filled with it. He just like, you know, the explanations of all the deep bugs in Noita. Divide by 0 bug. Yeah, it's something funky like that. If there are no projectiles, it does log 0, which is minus infinity, and then that tries to do something massive. So the game lags to hell and dies or something. Okay, there's Aqua's explanation. It's you don't want to use it right now unless you're running the QOL mod. I wouldn't recommend using that shit. Let's go ahead and do another fungal shift. Alright, this is shift number 4? I don't know how many shifts we've done yet. Toxic sludge. That was 4? Okay, thank you. Lewd. How many shifts can you do in a run? Is there a cap? Yeah, it caps at 20. I mean, there are some technicalities where, you know, you can do 20 fungal shifts, but there are things in the game that also kind of are like fungal shifts. So, for example, whenever you kill the Leviathan, it turns all of your water into smoke. You're like, oh, that's a fungal shift. Well, then it's like, oh, if you count that as a fungal shift, then you can go to 21, I guess. And then there's other things that kind of fall into that category. But 20 is, in general, the maximum amount of fungal shifts you can do. All right, we cracked the egg open.
I just noticed there were eye effects when you fungal shift. Do you know if anyone has performed a fungal shift around the eye messages?
Almost guaranteed. I can't say I've done that one specifically, but guarantee somebody has, right? Watch you try it out there, Zinriath, and you're like, oh, it just pops up and it's clear as day what you're supposed to do. Nobody tried this the whole time. I feel like I've heard people, I mean, people walk through all the time, say like, I've tried this, I've tried that. But just because somebody said they tried it, I guess if I don't see it myself, I can't say for sure. If you're curious, I drank that worm blood so that I can see in the dark. And then over here, we can see in the darkness. And I am going to dig. Grab that. Then over here. Oh, come on. Don't drown me, bro. Probably just faster to teleport around. I don't know what I'm doing. We run around it. And then black holes. Did we grab the refresh here? We did not. So we already collapsed this mountain, so we don't have to worry about pissing off the gods. Then we just shoot this up. Yeah, there you go. Dochin says, literally in the documentation, have you tried blank? Most likely anything you can think of doing in-game has been done, with no obvious result. Interpreting the eyes as directions, button presses, or interpretive dance moves. Looking at the eyes while tripping or with other status effects. Bringing various objects to the eyes, including evil eyes, coup, monsters, etc. You're always welcome to try them yourself, though. You know what's funny, though, is the problem with this is like, I get what they're saying, but the moment you say, like, it's probably been done, then leads to everybody else saying, nah, that they probably did it. And then maybe there's like this really obvious thing that everybody's just assuming somebody else tried, and then nobody tries it, and then that ends up being the answer. Like, oh my god, I just assumed. I assumed somebody had did it. Just sold all my trading cards in Steam to buy Noita finally. Nice. Wait, is it on the Steam winter sale? Actually didn't check to see if it was part of it. I just know that Steam's got that winter sale going on right now. Oh, he lived with 11 HP. Give me a break. Give me a break. Die already. Stop being alive. Chain bolts messed that guy up pretty good, in case you didn't know. They shred him. Oh, man, this is a lame drop. What are these drops, man? Black holes, no longer needed. We can just put... Actually, we'll put the fee down there. Sure. It's 50 or 60% off. Oh, now so now if you're a Noita player or a person that is wanting to become a Noita player, now's a good time. It's a discounted. Noita is already well worth it full price, but at a discount, dude, You can't beat that. Alright, we're going to move the ducks onto this one. But what we're going to do is we need to actually empty out the duck charges. So, emptying out the ducks. Go, ducks, go. Alright, we used up all the charges. Then from there, if we put down, not the egg. We put down the Omega. Omega copies everything, so that will include the ducks. So when we shoot it, will be some beefed up ducks. And we could even throw the LARPA explosion in there. I like it. I like it. First, we gotta empty these charges, though. Games are incredible value in terms of money spent versus entertainment. Oh, yeah. Like, the only problem is a lot of the AAA games, you'll have to have like a okay computer to play it on. So then obviously there's like an initial investment kind of thing. But once you have a computer setup of some kind that can just, you know, play a decent amount of games, from there, how much entertainment you can get for money spent is wild. Alright, now we put the ducks back. This back. Yeah, there we go. So now we have ducks that explode out more ducks. The first ducks that we shoot out, you'll notice that they have like kind of like a trail to them and stuff. That's because they get the modifiers like homing and damage plus. But then once they blow up, once a LARP explosion happens, those ducks don't have any modifiers on them. They're just some stray ducks with no modifiers. But ducks are still good. Yep, and you bought a PC with the whole of human knowledge and entertainment at your fingertips. Yeah, yeah. Computers are crazy value. I mean, it does suck that, like, you know, hardware, like RAM and shit, these days can get pretty damn expensive. But, you know, as long as you don't get some, like, malfunctioning hardware, it's hard to not get your value out of a computer. Whether you're watching, you know, shows on it or... oh crap, got some toxic sludge on me. Or playing video games. It's just, I mean, hell, just, you could be literally doing it for purely educational purposes. But even then, the value is so easy to get out of a PC. You could go to shift 16, which is blood to held. Then ducks will explode into snow. We'll see. We'll see. What we're going to shift. We're on to shift 5 now, right? Which is lava to gunpowder. Well, that should be entertaining. You can still do great with cheaper used hardware if you know what you're doing. Yeah, yeah. Like there's some budget PC setups out there. I mean, I think that's one of the big motivational motivations when it comes to like the Steam Deck and eventually that the Gabe Cube. That Steam's, you know, kind of PC, I guess that's coming out, is to have pretty much like a value PC. And you're getting as much bang for your buck as possible. Holy shit. I feel like every time we're asked to kill the Leviathan, I don't have this to do it. So maybe today we kill the Leviathan just for the hell of it. But that will be later because it causes the water to change. Right now we're looking for heals. The reason heals are going to be kind of necessary today is because we're going to be doing something that can easily kill off our character. Don't worry, I'll explain when we get there what makes it so deadly. But yeah, in fact, we're probably going to be doing things in such a way that we die several times. But we need things like heals and saving grace to keep the run going. So instead of just grinding out looking for heals here, let's go ahead and get saving grace and extra life set up, and then maybe we'll get lucky and just happen to find some kind of heal while we're doing that. I just realized we've never even went into the hiisi base, have we? Huh. Let's do all that, I guess. And then make our way to Parallel Worlds. We really need an ad mana. Go, ducks, go! Yeah, don't underestimate the power of these ducks. They seem like a meme, but they are actually, like, really powerful. Oh, they a little bit lag, Alright, we're good. At this point, we don't have to worry about pissing off the gods. We'll roll this.
I really wish you guys could see this guy right now. He is drenched.
Breathless. You know what? We will grab Breathless, so we don't have to worry about drowning in snow. And I will also go ahead and piss off the gods now, so I don't have to worry about it later. Okay, statue. Okay, that's just being annoying. Stupid statue. Smacked him. Crit on waters there if I need it. We're heading over to the free spell room. Not the worst thing ever. Drilling. We could throw that on this. Why not? We're already getting crazy with it. Also linear. I hope Dunkbot 2.0 is coming soon, but the sound redeem still not bad at all. What's up, Rianad? Yeah, you know, it's you know, it is coming soon. I'm just hoping I don't think we're gonna be able to make that deadline. Maybe it's hard to say. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. But at the very least, sound redeems and Dunkbot 2.0 soon. That's a win-win. A little bit of lag from these ducks. So now that I put the drilling on there, the ducks, the first group of ducks that I shoot out will actually travel through walls to kill players, which is kind of fun. When you shoot them out, you'll see the ducks literally sprinting through the walls like that. I like it. What happens if you don't make the deadline? Then chat gets to, one day I will, for 24 hours, I will turn on the sound redemptions, which chat gets to use 7 streaks to redeem some sounds. Each chatter is limited to at most 1 sound effect, though. Like, you can't be like, I want to add 15 sound effects, because let's not get crazy. Let's not get crazy now. To choose, and it would probably be like the first day of 2026 if we do that. I'll let you know when it gets closer, don't worry. I'm sure you know me, I'll repeat it many times if it has to happen. Why so pessimist, chat? Maybe Santa's gonna bring some coding skills to me for Christmas. Santa isn't a miracle worker. Shut the hell up. I don't know why I'm picturing like a parent saying this to a kid. Kid being like, I want a brain for Christmas. The father just kneeling down next to him was like, son, Santa's not a miracle worker. It ain't happening. Whenever I was talking with Mind's Eye, like it's been a couple weeks ago now, we were talking about the the pacing of the code, like where Dunkbot 2.0 is and everything. And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna get the sound redeem stuff prepared in case. And I was like, what, you don't believe that we can reach it in time? He's like, I'm gonna make sure it's ready. I was like, come on, you never know. Yeah, I'll make sure it's prepared. God damn it. He was actually talking about the website that, because you guys have to like upload your sound effects or whatever. He's like, I'll make sure that we have a working one, because the one that we were using before apparently was having some issues. Don't quit talking like it'll happen. I believe in you. Listen, Dunkbot 2.0 is going to happen. It's just that, time is moving too quick. Can we talk about that for a moment? What the fuck is happening with time? Why is it moving so fast? He needs to slow down. Gotta calm down a little bit. Digging bolts. That's boomer talk right there, old man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It may be a little bit of boomer talk. It's true. Alrighty. What else are we looking for? Some explosion stuff. Hi to Steve. The mountain is a little lame, so we're gonna roll it. Mountain is still pretty lame. I don't think I want to do that. Oh yeah, we need to do more fungal shifts, don't we? Can you make it the ducks lay eggs? Would make the wand more snowball-y. I don't exactly know what you mean by snowball-y, but you could probably do an expiration trigger on the ducks and make it that they fire off an egg trigger or summon hollow egg. The problem is you'd have to do multiple summon hollow eggs. Snowballing in the sense of snowballing getting bigger. Oh, I thought you meant like for today's challenge of like snowballs. Like there's snow related stuff. I was like, huh? Which shift did we do most recently? Fuck, I need to check. Show shifts 5. We've done 5 shifts total. So we're on to shift number 6, which is this one that apparently we can't do anything about. So let it ride. You want a pollen egg duck machine? What intarnation? Ominous liquid. Which was... Not, it wasn't really ominous liquid. It was silver, brass, and copper. But the reason I said ominous liquid is because if you scroll up earlier, silver, brass, and copper turned into... Oh, right here. Silver, brass, and copper turned into ominous liquid. That's why it said its name now. Turned into toxic sludge. And the next will be held material into diamond. Lava to diamond. I don't know. We'll just let that ride, I think, too. This is quite lame. Unmute us? Never. You're in timeout because of being a pain in the ass, actually. There goes that statue. Go, ducks, go. Now, if you want to talk about like a snowbally, as in like getting more ducks, you could put like an add trigger, I mean not add trigger, a divide by on the Omega. Oh man, we'll get some ducks. The ducks will flow, but then we probably would need more damage modifiers on there. I've been nothing but well behaved. Now I know chat's lying. Alright, well, it's time to go say hi to the dragon, I guess. So you can kind of try to prep a shot, but because our shot's so slow, I don't know if prepping shots make much sense. Oh shit. I hit him pretty good. Carnivorous ducks ate the worm. Fucking demolished them. I don't know if prepping shots makes much sense. Immediately one taps the dragon. Well, I just meant like I think that if we had just started the dragon fight, shot one time, I think it was probably gonna be just about as effective. He was gonna get shredded either way. You saw that little shot that happened here? Watch this. So I had the black hole kind of goofing around, shot my spark bolt, and because of it, it kind of swirled around the black hole, and then nothing happened. Because it's a spark bolt trigger, it needs to hit something, whether it's a wall, an enemy, it needs to hit something to trigger off its payload. Oh, which is why earlier somebody was asking about piercing, and I was going to rant on it. I think they may have been memeing, so maybe it wasn't really worth the rant anyways. But point is, the spark bolt fires off nothing because of that black hole kind of keeping it in the air until it timed out. The way to avoid this happening is you put, instead of going with the spark trigger, you go with the spark timer. And now, even if a black hole is in the air and catches the shot, it doesn't matter. The ducks will always fire off because a timer means that it will deliver the payload even when it hits nothing. So we shoot a black hole, shoot the spark bolt in it. See, ducks still shoot off. You cannot escape the ducks. Didn't mean to jump in here yet, but... well. I'll take the dissolve powder. The ducks will fuck. Wait, what? Oh. I don't know why I have some of these things. You're just taking up space. How do I increase my timer? I keep prematurely delivering my payload. Are we talking about Noita right now?
Hi, I'm late today. I wonder what the handsome man is doing today. Can you ask Britt?
Hey! That's it. Mods, ban Brit from the community. I think Brit's probably partying right about now because, you know, he works at a university and everything, and they have like a winter break going on. So he's off work for shit, several weeks. Maybe not as many weeks as some of our European community members. They're like, I'm off. Who was that earlier? I'm off for 4 weeks. Like, whoo, some good vacation time. But yeah, he's off for several weeks, so I'm sure he'll be doing a lot of degenerate doting. To whoever asks how to last longer, get depression, then take antidepressants. What is this advice? What the fuck? Some fucking life hacks going on in the chat. Go, ducks, go. Kill them all. Leave no survivors. You would think I would have had a speed up by now. Haven't seen too many speed ups today, or accelerations, or anything to help us go quicker. Oh yeah, also we're supposed to be killing an 11 Orb Kolmi with our snowball. So what that means is I should grab some orbs. Hey Dunk, are you much into IoT things? IoT like the internet of things? Like you're talking about where you connect just random shit to the internet? Not super knowledgeable, as you can see. As you can tell. Somewhat more like home automations and stuff. I like that stuff. I like seeing people's like home projects and everything. And I always get like motivated a bit. I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna make that. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I never get around to it, but so many of them are badass. I was watching a guy who used a Raspberry Pi, which you could use, you know, there's many different ways you could go about setting it all up. But using his Raspberry Pi, he had it where whenever he got home, basically when his phone connected to the local, you know, home, like everything in his home would like power up, right? Like his PC would turn on, and like lights in certain rooms would turn on and stuff. And I was like thinking, hey, it's pretty sick, pretty nifty. Obviously, if your phone or I guess if your router like kills out, those systems would not work so well. But just having neat little things like that seemed kind of nice. Like he was getting home from work and it would turn on like music and certain like lights in the living room and his PC and everything. I thought that's pretty nifty. I don't know, that's not exactly the Internet of Things, right? Isn't that more like if you could turn on your toaster from remotely completely? Oh, shit. That's just classic Home Assist. Dunk, what are you on about? They were talking about the IoT, which I think is if you turn on your toaster from, like, remotely would be more IoT. Let me see. What'd you do for work before streaming? I worked in library systems for like a decade. I've done just about everything in library systems, from the basic stuff of like shelving books and checking out books to... I've done it for university students, and I've also done it just for like your classic like neighborhood library stuff too. And then I've also worked with like for like the social media for like a city for their library and that kind of stuff. Just random shit. IoT doesn't necessarily have anything with remotely to do. I'm trying to think what's a scenario that would not necessarily want it to be remote. Would you consider it, is it considered IoT if it's like you could literally have the light? No, I was gonna say the lights in your home affected by recent news, I guess, maybe? I don't know, like some random shit. Your oven turns on whenever there's some crazy news going on in the world. Like, woo! Turn on the oven while I'm making cookies. Some news went down. Did you know that Dunk had long hair once upon a time? No, only during the COVID days. I hated having long hair. I have having as many attack vectors in my home network as possible. I like having as many attack vectors into my home as possible. It is my dream to have some ransomware infect my computer because I forgot to update my smart refrigerator. Hell yeah. Speaking of libraries, it's always been curious about a funny coincidence. I noticed that you left your library job, Dunk. Suddenly the floor no longer needed to be cleaned shortly afterwards. Shut the hell up. What are you yapping about? All the lights go off when the Epstein files drop. Get it? Get it? Blacked out? Alright. Alright.
They fired Dunk because he promised to make a better version of the program that Library was using. After 8 years of development of Library 2.0, they fired him because they realized it was scam.
What? No, I left because I wanted a change of pace in life, right? I was just not, I was kind of feeling, I don't know, demotivated, or just kind of like, you know, I'd been working in library systems for almost a decade. So I changed it up. Yeah, change of pace, exactly. I just wanted to mix it up.
He left because he found a sugar mommy.
No, I was with my girlfriend before I had, like, you know, well, I guess you would be before, but significantly before. Hawk was right. No. Because of having a sugar mama, that was what allowed me to pursue trying streaming for a while. That isn't why I left. These are separate things. But yeah, I don't know. Sometimes you just don't feel rewarded at your job, and you just feel burned out, like chat's saying. Just mix it up. I think that's a thing that a lot of people maybe they know they want to do it, but they're unable to, right? You got to be in a financial position that you can say, you know what, I'm going to change things up. The reality is, you know, a lot of people have bills to pay and everything, and I just happen to be in a position where I could mix it up, and that's why chat's saying it's a sugar mama, because they're saying that I wasn't 100% reliant on my money to survive. I had a partner in it all, and so yeah, I just was looking for a different career path. Honestly, my main thinking was like, oh, I'm gonna try something that uses my my economics degree, and then I started streaming, which that was not that was not a use of my degree. But I also didn't know that Noita was going to come out. When I started streaming, I was just playing Pokemon and hanging out with the boys, you know. And then Noita came along, and then I was like, hold up, I gotta play this shit. Your girlfriend gave you to us? I mean, kind of true. It's more like I mean, yeah. Basically, I was applying for jobs, just like random things that I would be like, oh, that sounds like it could be something I'm interested in. And while also I would stream, you know, because you only apply for jobs so long each day. You get, you know, like, all right, I've applied for jobs today. I'll do some streaming and chilling and hanging out with the peeps. And then Noita came out, and when Noita came out, it was kind of just like, you know, with the girlfriend, was like, is it cool if I kind of take a break from this applying for stuff and just sweat it up in this game that I'm like loving and see what happens? And she was just like, go for it. But that, and then so that last time I told that story, that's when chat was like, so Chase has a sugar mom. All right, true, but yes. I don't know, but I guess the reason I always feel it's necessary to point out those details is because you know, part of being able to have fun with streaming is to not have to stress about stuff. And some people, when they enter into the streaming world, they try to pursue it as a career, and they're also financially dependent on it, and that's gonna suck all the fun out of it. And that's usually where you have people drop like the crazy takes of like streaming being like a hard job or whatever, because like in reality, streaming is like a super easy job. But because they become so hyper focused on like the financial side of things, it makes it stressful. It makes it come across as like something that maybe is more difficult. When in reality, it's not necessarily about difficulty. It's about like, it's just, you know, anti-fun, I guess. It's not as fun as they thought it would be, but it is as fun. You just have to not have to worry about the money, and then you're able to enjoy it. Also, did you see Doug semi-retired? Really? Did he? Did something happen? Makes me a little sad. I haven't really watched a ton of his content, but from time to time I like to, you know, I'll see like videos from him. Usually they're like going viral, and I'm like, ooh, what's Doug up to? And he definitely is like one of those like really creative streamers out there. There's a lot of streamers that aren't really doing like the most innovative stuff, right? They're just like, I'm sitting here and I'm watching a documentary on YouTube. It's like, wow, you've done that, you know, 5 billion times. And I don't know, they're just not doing the most original stuff, not pushing creativity. Doug is the opposite of that. That guy, every time I stop by there, I never know what the fuck he's gonna be doing. This comes from the guy who plays the same game every day. Listen, when I say creative, I don't mean like you can't be doing the same thing, but you can do it in a creative way. Dude, I've been working on a project for you guys for years now, goddammit. Years. Now, it may not be good, but it will be creative. It will be original. It'll be the, I think it's safe to say I'll be one of the first to ever attempt something on that level. Not that there can't be anything similar, but on that level, I'll definitely be the first to try it. Years of work that was canned as soon as solar came in. There was a lot thrown in the trash, but the reality is, even a project when you have to, like, you know, delete code, get rid of this, get rid of that, it's not all for nothing, because you learn a lot, right? Like, there's a lot of things that along my journey, my creative journey, that I've changed, and I'm like, oh, I don't like the way this works, I don't like this, I have this idea. So the final product is kind of a result of the journey. Okay, I'm just gonna grab this again, and then we'll leave that heal just in case. Don't worry, Dunk. I know Dunkbot 2.0 is real. As long as your payments keep coming through. That's it. You're banned from Dunkbot 2.0. You're banned. Are missiles just a bad spell? I never seen them used for anything. They're not the greatest. Just like anything, you can turn them into something OP. Don't get me wrong. Like, sometimes some people will say, like, oh, this spell's not that great. And somebody's like, oh, yeah, let me show you something. And then they, like, you know, they attach, like, 700 modifiers to it. And it's like, all right, well, I mean. But on its own, yeah, I'm definitely not really that impressed with it. It does have, like, a built-in homing, which can be kind of nice. But for the most part, there's a lot of other spells do what it does, but do it better. Glittering field isn't great until you get the big build. Stupid glittering field. Dude, I should have gotten a better speed up thing by now. Get moving. Isn't Dunkbot 2.0 release date this year? We'll see. We'll see. You know, things are happening right now. Things are happening. Just admit defeat Dunk and it's not coming out this year. Never, damn it! Dunk coding with solar is like giving your younger sibling the unplugged controller. He is 100 times better programmer. There is no denying that one. But there's certain stuff that solar doesn't like to work in just because it's a pain in the ass with Unity, and that usually means that's my shit that I have to figure out, and it's been a journey. What AI are you using for coding, and what token did you get assigned? Wait, what? What? I've tried all different kinds, like, just to get assistance and stuff. Sometimes ChatGPT can be super helpful, but a lot of times it actually ends up creating a lot of problems, too. I think of ChatGPT as, like, a slightly more advanced Google. The reality, you end up needing to Google stuff half the time anyways, after you talk with ChatGPT. Gemini, I've been liking more and more. I've been like, holy shit, this thing's, like, actually going ham. Especially when it comes to shader graphs and stuff, the Gemini's been much better at it than ChatGPT. Will Dunkbot 2.0 help me find true love? Yes, that is the main feature of it. That is its whole sole purpose. Oh my god, with those poly shots, run! I need a compilation of all the clips of Dunk saying Dunkbot 2.0 in 2025. I don't think I said that before. I'm pretty sure I did say that. I think I said early 2026. I'm pretty sure is what I said. Mods, get the banhammer ready. Why does he need shaders for? I mean, Dunkbot 2.0 is advanced, my friend. Dunkbot 2.0's got some features. Are they good features? Probably not. But they're features, damn it. You said this year, last year? No, I said it next year. You're mixing up your years. That's all creepy. Shader Toys are a really fun site to learn. Yeah, there's been... I've seen some pretty cool resources. It's just... It still is a nightmare. Wow, we kind of need all of this. Damn it, game. But we're going with Saving Grace, because that's the most important for today's challenge run. You said this year, next year too. Yeah, but next year it's correct. Right? For the love of God, be right. Am I shadow banned again? What? Read Left Hand Larry? Will it come out before Silksong? I'm hoping. I have always said, of course it will. But now that they announced Silksong for this year, and Dunkbot 2.0 is coming out this year, it's a race to the finish line. I misspoke. What I had meant to say was Grand Theft Auto 6 is the one that we're racing with. Because it's only fair. Grand Theft Auto 6 and Dunkbot 2.0 have a similar budget. Racing Star Citizen at this point. I will beat Silksong DLC, damn it. The hell? Get toxic sludge off of me. Oh yeah, we need to do another shift. And a shop. Yes, we'll do both. We will do both. Let's do the fungal shift first before I forget. We're supposed to be on to shift number... Oh, we had this tab open right here. Shift number 7. So this one, lava will turn into diamond. And we're looking for shift number 14. So we still got a ways to go. So let's do the fungus stuff real quick. So you openly admit to that you are a billionaire. No, no. Well, I mean, it's like my assets are worth billions. And that's because I own the sweat bank, okay? And sweat is the realest currency in the world. Sweat is what makes the world go round. It's not those fake currencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum and the US dollar. No, that's all monopoly money, man. We're playing with the real currency, sweat. Just so you know, the conversion rate of sweat to US dollar is 1 drop of sweat is approximately $7,232,752. But I do not allow it to be converted anywhere because it will devalue the currency. So you are forced to hold on to sweat. Why did it say gunpowder? Because lava turned into gunpowder. So whenever lava tried to turn into diamond, it's like, oh, lava is not lava, it's gunpowder. So gunpowder into diamond. Do you think you being an incredibly handsome and talented programmer contributed to your streaming success? It's a coincidence. It's merely a coincidence. You know, like looking this good, it just happened. It just happened. But my streaming talents and my beauty, unrelated. Do we see the same? Hey, shut your mouth. Hey, hey, hey. Mods, fuck him up. He's talking shit. Mods, you fuck him up and then convince him that I am beautiful. They'll have you in one of those rooms like strapped to a chair with your eyes like held open. Showing pictures of me. This is beautiful. This is perfection. Clockwork Orange style. This is everything. Doesn't matter time, he'll be singing praise for me soon. Clockwork Orange. I'm trying to remember what is Clockwork Orange. Seems so familiar. 1971 dystopian crime film. I feel like maybe I've seen a clip from this. I don't know. Uncultured fuck. Listen. I mean, it's been maybe a movie I seen like 15 years ago. How am I gonna remember this shit? Or maybe a book I read 50 years ago. I don't know. When I think of being like kind of held hostage and like force certain thoughts on you, I think of what's that book that's about like they're trying to make like a utopia or some shit? Or no, that's not a utopia. It's like Big Brother's fucking watching them. It's like, what's it called? Like 19 something. 1984? Is that it? 1984? Yeah, that's what I think of. If I say room 101, you have no idea what that means. Yeah, that isn't ringing a bell. Is that your hotel room? Are we invited over? Boys, get the lube. Everybody knows what's in room 101. I'm scared. That's the re-education room in 1984. Ooh. See, that's what I'm saying. How you expect me to remember this shit, man? I read this back in high school. The rats. I do remember the stuff with the rats. It was some kind of fucking crazy contraption where like a rat was like near their like eyeball or some shit, right? Something fucked up. And they're like petrified. Pretending he read books in Texas. What are you talking about? Of course I read books in Texas. Right before we threw him in the fire. Get that propaganda out of here. Burn it. Now everybody got your Bible on you, right? I threw mine in the fire. What? You told me to burn the books? You piece of shit. The real reason he left the library. Oh yeah, I had like one of those like, you know, homeless person garbage can fires going right in the center of the library. Just, I'm just shelving the books directly into the fire. You see the Steam page for Dunkbot 2.0 has been auto-updated to abandonware. First off, there is no Steam page. Are you going to use a distribution platform for 2.0? Yeah, I've talked about it a little bit of Solar. We haven't 100% decided which one we're going to go with. We'll see. Is this going to not work, actually? Damn it. We need like a... We haven't seen any... We've seen luminous timers. No chainsaws, though. This is fine. This is fine. Tank a couple hits. Shrug them off. There's a heal. Heals are good. I got piercing over there. Dice is nice. Except for this time. Use the moo on the ducks with no, with mana to damage. Oh, did I just leave a mana to damage? You're saying, oh, yeah, we're fine, we're fine. This isn't supposed to be our main damage wand anyways. Our damage wand's supposed to be built around the egg. The issue is that we've been powering up quite slowly. Oh, need to do another shift, by the way. And this is going to be... Berserkium, all this into pea soup. Then acid into... Ooh, I kind of want to make acid into snow as well. Haven't really used any of my teleportadium, have I? Okay, we're back down here. So lava actually isn't dangerous. Okay, yeah, I wasn't even thinking. I was like, do I need to find a way through all this? Nope. Oh, I didn't grab my money though. Guess we'll have to grab it at the one down here. Is this the gold room? Oh no, not even close. It's to the left of this. Not even close. Should be right about here-ish. There we go. Did you kill the pyramid boss? I don't think I did actually in this run. I don't know why I haven't killed him yet. There's 2 gold rooms. There is. The one down here, you usually don't visit it that often because it's like surrounded by lava and everything. It's a little bit annoying to get to. But yeah, they both have 250,000 gold in them. Our song? Okay, okay, I hear you, Punch. I hear you. Let me get it loaded up. Hold up. But wait, there's more. There we go.
Lurking in this sweaty cave here in Dunkville. Moist mobs, monsters, swapper mages. It's a dunk grill. Might get a victory. Extend your win streak. DunkTales, ooh. Every night he's out there screaming. DunkTales, ooh. Tales of glory crouches when skill prevails. Ooh. Danger waves will find you. Virtuousy modes will find you. Punch a goon and slide into some DunkTales. Let's take a spin like get a win on DunkTales. Ooh. Tales of a legend, all jokes and good dunk spells. Ooh. Not gamble fails on fam snails. No DunkTales. Ooh.
There you go. There's a little flavor of DunkTales for you. Why we need money? Because in Hell, we're gonna buy a couple spells down here in Hell. and it's going to be expensive. I mean, I probably have enough now, but in case we find some other bonus spells that we want. We specifically need the touch of water. Is watching Donald Duck on Christmas Eve a thing elsewhere in the world too? There is some, damn it. There's one of the Christmas movies about like Scrooge McDuck, you know, learning about the value of like the values of Christmas and shit or whatever, where he goes through like, you know, all these ghosts visit him and all that crap. That's a normal kids show. I wouldn't say it's like a standard that everybody at home is like watching it. There's a really popular one here in the US called Christmas Story, and it's about like a kid. It's actually, I mean, it's focused around Christmas time, but I believe it covers like basically that whole time period. I can't remember if Thanksgiving is included as well. I don't think so, not Thanksgiving. But anyways, that's always on TV, and I remember always watching it growing up. It's about a kid who wants like a BB gun for Christmas, and anyways, that's more of like, I look as like a traditional thing that I would expect to see at like a family like Christmas. Christmas Story is top shelf. Yeah, it's good stuff. It is good stuff. Like Die Hard. Listen, I haven't seen Die Hard, alright? I'm sorry. I'm sorry! You what? I haven't seen Die Hard. It's true. It's true. He's rage baiting Shirley? No, I really haven't. This uncultured fuck? Wait. I've never seen Star Wars. See, Bardo, listen, I've seen some of the modern Star Wars, but yeah, I never really watched the old ones. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Chad. Hold on. I'm having to look up a spell real fast. I wanted to look up the touch of water real quick. It is in the pool, right? Yeah, it's tier 10. I was gonna say I'm pretty sure it spawns down here, but I would like to be 100%. Mods ban Dunk? What? I mean, come on. What, modern Star Wars? Like 1 to 3 or newer? Shit, I don't remember if it's released in the last decade. Then I've seen it, except for if it's a Star Wars movie, it's released in the last decade, and I didn't watch actually the most recent. I don't think. I'm missing one of them. With Rey? Yes, with Rey. I can't support a guy with so little cultural knowledge. What? Come on, man. You're not missing out? I'm just reading a fast message, alright? I mean, I've tried to watch some of it before. I just never, you know, like it was on, and I watched a little bit. But I mean, I understand some references. It's not like I'm like clueless. I understand, you know, Darth Vader stuff. I understand, shit, what's his name murdering the younglings? I understand little things like that, but I'm not I don't remember all the details, alright? I'm as bad as Dunk here because I just don't like any of it. Wizard, thank you for going down together with me, so I'm not alone. When the chat goes to stab me, you'll die. Oh, come on, game. Touch of blood and touch of gold right next to each other. I need touch of water. I'll grab this one just for the hell of it, but I don't have to like it. Star Wars is overrated though, so it's not a big deal. Thank you. Thank you. And look, that's one of the new guys, okay? Sheesh is he's a lot of people in the community, they meme it up. They've been here for a while. They're just trying to pretend like they love Star Wars, that it's like something super necessary. But they're like, in reality, they're like, it wasn't a big deal. But then when the new guy says it, that reassures me that, yeah, the chat's just hamming it up right now. I didn't miss anything. I know some people love Star Wars, but, and my brother, he like watched them and everything. That's why I've seen some of them. Like, I've seen pieces of them. And then the movies, that's the reason I went to the movies to see them when they were like coming out, like the, I guess, re-release? I don't know what the hell, like a retelling? I just remember it was like a Star Wars movie and Bert's like, you know, telling me, you gotta see it. And I was just like, I don't know any Star Wars stuff. He's like, you don't have to. This one's different. Like, you don't have to know it. I'm like, all right. And then I went and watched it. I remember thought, yeah, it was pretty cool. But like, I wasn't like, oh yeah. Fuck yeah. Love me that Star Wars. We're looking for Touch of Water in case you're curious. It will look like one of these Touch of spells, but it will be for water. Oh! Touch of Water! Yes! We found it. That didn't take too long. Thought this was going to be a nightmare. Like, sometimes we go on these journeys that it just takes us forever to find what we're looking for. Cannot use blood for snow. We could, but we'd have to adjust our fungal shifts. So you're probably wanting it so that whenever we shoot the ducks, that they'll just bleed snow everywhere, which does sound pretty tempting. But the fungal shifts that we have, that we know are coming up today, I forget which one we're about to be doing. How many have we done? We've done 8. So we're about to be doing number 9, which is acid to held material. We're going for shift number 14. Water, brine, and chili water will turn into poison unless we hold something. And so we'll turn water, brine, and chili water into held material. So snow. Water will turn into snow. So then Touch of Water, it'll still be called Touch of Water, but when you use it, it'll be actually Touch of Snow. Shift 16 is blood to snow. Is it that soon afterwards? We could do both if it's that soon afterwards. Let me look. Oh, it is really soon afterward. We could do both. We could bust out. Hey, I bought it. I have it right here. We could turn them both into it. Speaking of which, I guess we'll go ahead and do one of the shifts now. There we go. Shift number 9. Why not drink a worm blood? Sometimes I don't like to deal with the colors and stuff, the pulsing weird shit. But it is useful. So now it's going to be all about preparing our snowball build. We'll see. We'll get something going. I'm not too concerned. Just got to make sure I don't kill my character off. Let's go collect all the orbs. We have 4 orbs right now. We need 11. We're supposed to be fighting 11 Orb Kolmi. Let's do that. Go up. Apparently. There it is. Orb number 5. Mommy. Can we edit wands in the tree yet? Not yet. It starts in the 23rd. Today's the 20th. Couple more days. Oops, I did not want to be going through the forgotten area. Almost forgot about the forgotten. And then we actually need to grab the Essence of Spirits. And then, wait, you gotta remember the order. Essence of Spirits, remove it. We get the Poop Stone. Poop Stone, we go over to... Alright, so that means we need to place this down here. Essence of Spirits. So the Essence of Spirits causes you to shoot off alcohol. Every time you fire your shots, you should have a trail of whiskey. Okay. So, you'll notice when I shoot my wand, like these ducks. Should there be more alcohol than that? I'm kind of surprised there isn't more. It's not that much, I guess. Depending on the kind of build you're doing, you can get more. You'll get more whiskey. But we have it right now because of the Essence of Spirits. But we're going to remove that. Go to the Essence Remover right here. We remove it. And then here we have the Poop Stone. The Poop Stone, when you hold it, causes well, yourself to take some damage. But you also will throw up. As a duck just fucking explodes above me. Alright, so we have vomit there. I'll show you something kind of cool with the Poop Stone in a moment. It's not really that cool, but kind of interesting. Give me a moment. So now, once you have the Poop Stone, we're running over to the outhouse, which all sounds like I'm making stuff up, but this is all part of the vanilla game. The outhouse should be right above this. And then it's just where you have the Poop Stone in your inventory, yes? Been a little bit since I did this. And then you dig this, and it will drop Touch of Gold question mark. The Touch of Gold question mark, what that is is actually touch of urine. It will cause like whenever you put it on a spell or whatever, it will actually create piss. Well, I guess I could show you. Touch of gold question mark. So you shoot it. There you go. There is some urine. And we'll be kind of goofing around with that, making some yellow snow in a little bit. And it doesn't actually make yellow snow in Noita, sadly. I mean, they do a lot of weird stuff. I'm kind of surprised they didn't make a yellow snow interaction out of it, given the way that the devs are, you know? A little bit trolly, a little bit memey. Did I... Oh, I did kill the pyramid boss. Oh, no, I didn't. I was gonna say, I thought I didn't. I did not. Alright, come on. A pee fetish stream? Is this QZ's idea? QZ's like, you son of a bitch. You no good son of a bitch. Ducks. I should have pissed on him. Did I break your heart? My bad. Should have pissed on him. Can you make helium now? Yes. Yes, we could. In fact, let me look at the fungal shifts real quick. So we just did acid into held material. Next is going to be these into pea soup, then acid into silver. There'll be a moment where it's diamond into held material. We could hold a... Actually, no, we're not going to be able to get that gas in a flask, are we? Oh well, we can still make some. All right, let's just go ahead and do a shift. But yeah, we'll make. I'll show you how using urine. Now, some of these things just seem far-fetched and ridiculous, right? They're just some random shit. But a lot of them hold a purpose that if you really want to, you can actually do something useful with it. So the touch of gold question mark that makes the piss, you can actually use this to heal your character. So piss. Actually, you could argue that piss is actually broken in Noita in terms of OP because it doesn't take much, and you have infinite healing using it. And I can show you in just a moment. You want to make some yellow snow? We are set up where the piss meta is real. It is a problem. Let me show you the strats. You mean in-game, right? Just checking. Yes, we are talking about in-game. God, nerf piss! It is too good! It is OP! Actually, we may not be able to show you. Well, damn it. We probably still can show you. But it's maybe going to be a bit more annoying than I originally planned. Let me be certain. Because we've done fungal shifts and everything, it complicates stuff. So many things, so little time. There's a flask of milk. And yes, you can mix milk with the beer, which is in another floating island, and you can make beer milk. It's called Molut, something like that. All right, so we go in here. Is pheromone still around? It is not, so that's annoying. Touch of grass is what we need to show off the touch of urine being OP. Well, the islands aren't going to be the place to show you guys the OP urine, but... What's up, Giga? There's a sea of mimicium in the Hell Shop. There was, actually. Good point. Because if I get sea of mimicium, that should... You know what? We could probably just get a sea of mimicium right above us. Sorry, just there's so many possible things. That's what makes Noita so fun, though. Is it like, you could do this, you could do this, you could do this. Like, all these different directions that we could head right now and do some fun stuff. But first, let's glance up here and see if we get lucky with another sea of mimicium. It's like kind of a common spawn. There we go. Actually, no, we did a bad turn there, didn't we? Okay. Hold up. Get me out of here safely. As long as there's no polymorphine, guys, I'm happy. Alright, let me find the bottom edge to this. Get me away from that damn... No! The tellies are making it hard to tell where I've been. There it is. Sea of Mimicium. Goblin over here. Oh, that's not my intention. Garbage. God damn it. There's another touch of water. So hard to see right now. The fucking turn into nighttime in the game. I can't see the spells. Well, darn. Oh, that is a poly guy. Let's not look at polymorphined. Alright, oh well. Divide by for more ducks. The ducks are not good enough for you right now. Oh, we already have a divide by 4. What the hell? What more do you want, damn it? Here, we'll do this. Actually, it's gonna fuck with our damage. We don't have enough added damage modifiers. I think this is going to be Garbaggio. Yeah, it still will be lots of ducks, though. What do Americans have for Xmas? Turkey? No, turkey's on Thanksgiving. Christmas, some people do like, they call it a holiday ham, which will be, they'll sometimes do it on Thanksgiving and on Christmas, like around that, the ham kind of applies to both. There's some interesting traditions. There's tamales for some reason are kind of assigned to it, at least in the South in Texas. I'm not the biggest tamale fan, but yeah, they do Christmas tamales. Holy shit! Too many ducks! Too many ducks! I'm sorry. I have been... There's been a miscalculation! Christmas is canceled. We're going straight to 4th of July. Nice. Alright, here we go. We got some enemies. Apparently they copied Black Hole somehow. I guess the Black Hole flew too close to him. So we're going to shoot out the ducks. Bring them out. My children. Go, ducks, go. Attack. I've poured dozens of hours in this game and still can't get the fundamentals of aiming / not dying within the first few areas. I seem to have some sort of weird block. No, that's normal. I think it feels that way whenever you like watch other people playing, because you're like, if they're doing all of this, why am I struggling with step 1, right? You feel like you're jumping to people's streams, you're like, they're on step 7,000 in a run. Why am I struggling with step 1? But that is how Noita, how the devs approach the game. They were like, hey, what if we made like the most fucked up part of the game the start? what if we said, hey, welcome to Noita, bitch, and spit in their eyes immediately? And the other devs were like, fuck yeah, let's do it. So it's frustrating, but if you can overcome those early days of Noita, these runs become easy. Like the runs, the kind of stuff that you see me doing right now, it just becomes silliness. That's the reward for getting past the struggle of the early days of Noita, is that Noita turns into like a sandbox game where you just get to do whatever the hell you want. But you have to learn to survive the early game, because the early game is where dreams go to die in Noita. You always have these big plans. Oh, I'm going to build this crazy, I'm going to do this. And then an Uko just fucking one-taps your ass in like the 3rd zone. It gets good in the 4th season, I swear. No, that's not what I'm saying. Noita's good from the beginning. I think Noita is always great. In fact, that's some of my favorite parts. Favorite part of the game is the struggle days. But it can be frustrating when you feel like you're playing the game wrong because you see everybody else is like thriving whenever you stop by, you know, watching other people play. Think of it like in any kind of game that's kind of notorious for being just really difficult. even those games tend to kind of have a build up to them. Like, yes, there's challenge to it, but like the bosses get harder and harder as you go on. With Noita, it's kind of like they decided to put some of the like deadliest things about it. Like the final boss is the early game. The most difficult boss to overcome is the first days of Noita. Oh yeah, I gotta do more shifts. Okay, my bad. Sorry, I was having fun with the ducks. You don't like the ducks? They're beautiful. Oh, the good thing is, by the end of our shifts, all of this, instead of being blood, should be able to be snow. Which could be cool. Took me 80 hours on my first win. I'm shit at video games. I think that's pretty normal, actually. 80 hours is not that much. I think maybe what makes Noita kind of unique is that I feel like in a lot of games when you approach them, there's like one thing to overcome. Like you got to get good at dodging bullets and then you'll survive. You need to get good at like being creative with your materials that you're given and do damage. You need to be good at like Noita has so many levels of like different angles that you can be like, oh, I'm good at this but bad at this. And that can seem like it's making your runs really difficult. You don't have one thing to overcome. You have several things that you know are coming at you at all angles, and you have to choose which one you're going to become good at. And then once you become good at one of them, it will help you ease into the other one. So for example, in my early days, the thing that I was probably, well, obviously you're bad at, you know, like everything, right? I struggle at everything. But the thing that I was probably the worst at, was that I was over aggressive. I was hyper aggressive. So whenever I saw like a group of enemies, trust me, they exist. I swear, they're real. A group of enemies. All right, apparently my ducks just deleted the world. Oh, there you go. Group of enemies. So whenever you have like these really basic wands and you're not doing any damage, you see a group of enemies. I don't know why. In the early days, I just had this call to be like, oh, I have to fight them. Like, I'm going to fight them. And I would jump into a fight and they would just beat my ass and then whatever, and I would lose the run. And then you later learn to like, there's nothing, you can always come back to these enemies. Or if you do want to fight them very slowly, very cautiously from like a safe distance. But I had this just over aggressiveness, and this led to killing off all my runs. Then, as you learn to be more cautious, slow down your play, every time you come across a group of enemies, it doesn't mean you need to charge into them, kind of like take it on the fights more tactically. So then, you don't throw away your run as quickly, and then this allows you to get more spells, which allows you to do more creative builds. So once you're doing stronger builds, then you are able to just jump in, fucking blast them. Next thing you know, 500 ducks are just flying all over the screen, and you're doing big damage. So you have to find these little building blocks to help push you forward so that you can get to the crazier part, right? Like if you're in the early days, you're not doing these kind of builds, but it doesn't mean that you're lacking the creativity. It could be that you're overly aggressive, which is killing your runs, not allowing you to get to the creative part. Does that make sense? Like, just because it is like, oh, your wand builds aren't good, it doesn't necessarily mean you're lacking creativity. It could be another aspect that's causing you to come up short in a lot of your builds. This build is disturbing. Well, hopefully it'll be all snow ducks in a little bit. We keep pushing forward. I want to find a clump of enemies in the early game, or actually snowy depths, maybe hiisi base. Hold on, oh, I didn't grab the orb that was over here. We do need to have 11 orbs. Yeah, for all you new guys out there, yeah, going slow is the strongest advice. It is true. The reality is, not everybody likes to play that way, right? So if you're charging forward and you're dying, it's not like you're like, oh, wrong. No, they're just learning in a different way. If you're very aggressive, you're gonna die a lot more, but you will probably learn a lot more too. You'll start to understand how maybe late game enemies attack and all that, because you're just charging right into them, and you're gaining a lot of knowledge, but you're killing a lot of your runs. As long as you're having fun, that's all that matters. But I guess the reason I feel the need to give the advice is because some people will be playing fast, but then they're allowing it to frustrate them, right? They're getting annoyed with losing their runs. They're like, oh, this is like, I can't get a win. And it's kind of like, well, if you're not having fun and you're not tweaking the playstyle to fit a win, you just, you know what I mean? Like you're just banging your head against a wall. You're going to get nowhere. Don't allow the frustration to blind you. If you're actually starting to get, that's why I make the whole guide videos and all that stuff and yap about Noita, is for that moment. It's like, yeah, you can jump into Noita blind and you have fun too. Some people just love playing Noita blind. There's been a streamer named Goroggle that, you know, people in the chat have been bringing up for months, a couple months now, I think. And, you know, he's been enjoying playing through the game blind. But the moment somebody stops having fun with the game and they consider leaving Noita, that's where I feel like it's like, hold up. And you want to give them advice to get past those frustrating days, because Noita is an amazing game that has like just so much creative and awesome shit to offer. And I feel like some people just miss out on that, and because the frustrating parts end up kind of consuming them. They get blinded with anger. League is so much better. You take that shit back right now, sir. What the hell? Bye-bye. What did I read? Bye-bye said, fun. Last time I had fun was in 1997 during Xmas, right before my wife handed me divorce papers. What the hell? What am I reading? I actually want to swap up our duck build a little bit. Move it over to this wand. That way doesn't annoy me. Oh my god. Doesn't annoy me as much. As soon as you decide to leave Noita, Dunk sends his enforcers to make you change your mind. His enforcers. I mean, I just feel like I've seen it. I guess I've seen it so many times with streamers where they're a new guy in Noita, and maybe they're having a little bit of fun in the early days, but then the frustration sets in, and then you can see they're starting to lose that enjoyment, and then they just leave the game. When in reality, I think if there's just like, sometimes you just need to assist them over like, hey, this is where you're coming up short, or this is where you're making a mistake. Then you get to that next part of the game. Because the game just has so many layers, right? Like, in the early days, I remember thinking Kolmi was what it was all about. You kill Kolmi, and you are the Noita master. But then, once you get to that point and you kill Kolmi, you realize this just, you beat the tutorial. This is just the beginning. And you start to get crazier and crazier, and yeah, it's all kinds of nut stuff. Then you get banned for backseating. Yeah, and then you get banned for backseating. Yeah. The worst offender for streamers in Noita Twitch is Twitch integration. Yes. Oh yeah, that was the thing I was gonna rant about earlier. Was
I
that
wish you guys could see this guy right now. He is drunk.
It's not like I have some crazy, like, oh my god, the reason I didn't use Twitch integration in the early days is because I knew I needed to get a foundational knowledge of the game, then play Twitch integration. All these other streamers doing it are fucking up. No, the reality was when I started Noita, Twitch integration wasn't built into the game. So it was added later. So then I was able to see, oh, like I played Twitch integration and I had fun. People in the community enjoyed it. But then you watch brand new people play Noita, and day one, they're a new streamer, and a new Noita streamer, and they're playing with Twitch integration on, and you tell the community doesn't quite gel with it as much. And that is because you need to understand how Noita works before you start just throwing shit at them. You know what I mean? Like, oh, hey, you're brand new? Here's a boss. Here's a full heal. Here's new spells. Here's a new wand. Here's a bomb. And they're just like, what is happening? But whenever you experience, it just becomes like, you know, it just all flows. You don't have to have hundreds of hours, but at least give yourself, you know, a couple days without it before you dive into that realm. Worm blood. So, watch this enemy right here. I want to show you something kind of cool. This is a poop stone. Oh man, is he not doing it? He may be one of the ones that doesn't do it. Oh no, he did it. He did it. I was looking away for a second. Do you see that right there? That one actually is weird. They placed the spot where he vomits on his forehead instead of on his actual mouth. That was kind of surprising. But yes, when you hold a poop stone near enemies, they will throw up. And we have done this before in runs. We gotten real creative. You can fungal shift vomit into something like acid. And you can actually hold a poop stone in front of enemies, and they will throw up. But instead of throwing up vomit, because of the fungal shift, they'll throw up acid on themselves, killing themselves. So you can literally kill enemies by just disgusting them so much, they throw up on themselves and die. And that does include the final boss. And so if you were to... Hold up. Won't you also kill yourself? Well, the idea is, if you're making it where you're throwing up acid, yes, you will be throwing up acid as well, but I would hope that you power yourself up enough to survive your own throw up. But enemies, they don't, like, you know, acid is pretty good damage to them. So when they throw up, they're just going to be done. You could potentially kill yourself as well. So watch this, watch this. So even when the fight is not going on, he's in the background, I'm going to bring out the poop stone. Come on. That, you see? It's kind of funny. It's like you would think it would be more extreme, but yeah, that's how Kolmi throws up. It just kind of squirts out of the side of him. And yeah, so you could start the fight. You can't kill him when he's in the background, but you would start the fight. You would hold the poop stone in front of him, and when he throws up acid, it does hurt him. It looks like snot. Pretty hot, to be honest. What the hell am I reading in here? I'm scared. Alright, we have 4 more orbs to get, and we have several more fungal shifts to do. There we go. Got us another orb. Oh yeah, these guys are kind of funny. Let me see if I can do a good look at them. Alright. On, load them in, load them in. And then we hold the poop stone. You see, even the little ones throw up. It's kind of off to the side, though. They throw up in a weird way. Oh, yeah, and the poop stone will convert over some stuff. You see this? It's converting it over to excrement, aka shit. It's just creating shit everywhere. Hey, they called the poop stone for a reason. Wait, we're on 11 shifts. We're going to be doing shift number 12, which is diamond into held material. Okay, we do need to scoop up some snow. So that means our poop stone has got to go. I'm sorry, it's going to sit there just creating shit forever, I guess. But it's got to go. And then in the first zone, I'm pretty certain we had an extra pouch in the first zone. Hopefully I'm not misremembering.
No more.
Hear that, weebs? No more. There we go. So we have a second pouch. So this pouch we're going to empty out. Actually had worm blood in it. Pouches are supposed to have powders, but the original powder that it had got transformed into worm blood because of all the fungal shifting we've done. Zeldex says, with the 15-monthers, can you egg? In fact, we're about to be doing an egg build in just a bit. That was kind of the whole point of today's preparation. We're building up to build. This is supposed to be a snowball. So we're going to use it to throw... In fact, if you wanted to, we could even do it technically now. We could use this egg, and then... Damn it, I don't want to break any of my important stuff. It's almost certainly going to break my ambrosia, but whatever. Alright, so in this egg, you throw the egg. Bloop. No! There you go. This egg right here contains all of the ducks and everything. And in fact, if you, it's supposed to look in today's scenario, it's supposed to be a snowball. All right, you pretend this is a snowball. We're gonna turn it into a crazy snowball, but for now, it's just a duck-filled snowball. You throw it, and then give it a moment. It may not seem that crazy yet. There you go. There you go. There you go. Now, whenever you shoot it, you don't have to catch the egg. You could just let it fly out. But if you catch it, it does store it up in your inventory, like you can drop it whenever you would like. Oh my god, some electricity just pulsed across there. I do not have electric immunity. Do the eggs transfer across New Game Plus? I actually can't remember on that one, because if you close your game and reopen it, it will not carry over. Like, it will lose track of what was in the egg. If you own a New Game Plus, I'm pretty sure it keeps it, but I don't see why it would lose it, but it is possible. Can I scoop up some snow in this? Barely any snow there. There we go. There we go. 12% snow is good enough. I'm pretty sure you can carry it to New Game Pluses without problem, but I could be misremembering. Shift number 12, diamond into held material. So what we're going to do is we are going to create a mountain of fungus. So remember, fungus, the way you create more fungus is you just drop it from higher up in the air. So drop it, and then just watch it as it makes more fungus. I'm going to scoop some of it up to make sure we have extra. It's like it's an infinite fungus cycle. And then snow. So we're going to eat this. Now that I'm over 180 seconds, we hold out the pouch of snow. That way we can manipulate the fungal shift. And there should be, there you go, it says diamond. So I look here, we just have snow and snow transformed in here. And then we know that diamond turned into, it would normally be gunpowder, but because we held the material, instead it's diamond into the held material, which was snow. So, let me see if that one spot... Actually, we can just check up here. Is that going to be the snow area? What's that going to be? So, as you can see, we still have diamond transformed here. That is the duplicated diamond. This is not the original diamond. We have to find somewhere where the original diamond is, and that will be snow. Does that make sense? So think of it like this. You took a material, you split it into two different materials. So that's why whenever stuff shifts, you may be like, well, but I thought diamond shifted away. And it's like, yeah, but because you had shifts of a shift of a shift, it starts to get real crazy, and that's why you get broken shifts, you get all kinds of craziness. But yeah, this one is diamond transformed. We are looking for the snow one, which I was a little sad. I wasn't sure how many shifts had taken place. I hadn't really paid much attention to see how we resulted with diamond transformed. But oh well. We will be, don't worry, the snow is coming. We'll be getting a snow build pretty soon. I mean, we can try to look for... Actually, we know where the Sea of Mimicium is, so I guess we just go for that. What the hell? Oh, funky. It turned into, it's like this is what's called a broken shift. Actually, this one may not even, this one actually may be just a mod restart bug, because we're getting the visuals of, yeah, this one is just a mod restart, I believe, would fix. It looks cool, right? Because it says worm blood and you hover over it, but it gives us the visuals of, I forget if it's just called sand. It's one of those weird things. But clearly it's not either. But this is the cauldron, if you guys have never seen it before. The problem is the cauldron, on some days, it contains a liquid. It's like a container, and it holds a liquid that dissolves the cauldron, and on some days it doesn't contain the liquid. Today it did, so that's why you're not getting to see it actually in its shape. It fell apart. Where the hell is the damn Sea of Mimicium? Oh, there it is. Found it. Never mind. We're good. We are on to shift number 13, I believe, which is steam and smoke into water. Wait. It's going to create a recursion for a moment, isn't it? Water's going to make water. Hold something? We hold nothing. Water will never evaporate. It will just spawn more water, I guess. Got the water loop. Will fires put themselves out now? I guess so. It seems like that would make sense, right? Should work. Poisonous, not poisonous, ominous liquid. We're going to cast that. What? Did I not go high enough? Give me a break. Give me a break. There we go. You happy now? Are you happy now? Alright, so we zoom down here. Okay, hold up. I fucked up. And the whole reason I went for that was to show you something kind of interesting. Touch of grass. Where's a good spot to cast this? Let's do it in this island over here. Alright. Spark trigger into touch of gold question mark. The touch of gold question mark, remember, is touch of urine. So when I shoot it, like so, it makes a pool of urine. And then what we're going to do is we're actually going to shoot the touch of grass above the pool of urine. You don't have to do it in this way. It's just the point is you want the touch of grass to come in contact with the urine. And if you do it in the way that I'm doing right here, it just makes it where it has the best results, which is where you shoot it above it, and then it falls into it, and then when it falls into it, it actually makes a healing gas. And yes, this does heal you forever. Least complicated way to heal in Noita. Well, it may seem crazy, but you gotta remember that once you have this healing setup, you could do it infinitely. So if you ever did it really really early in the run, you basically have a way to always restore your health. It's just a little bit scary. What's cool about that too is that you could actually cause this interaction to take place inside of a flask, or actually you would want it inside of a flask, a potion.
I fear the moist mob.
And whenever the interaction takes place inside of the potion, you will have the gas contained in your potion. You could then fungal shift it away. So you could fungal shift a common liquid like water into that helium, which is that healing gas, and have it all over the place and heal. That'd be like a super easy way to infinitely heal. Is it possible to store the helium gas? Yeah, you can store it. The problem is you need to get the reaction inside of a potion, but it can be done. It can be done. It just takes a little bit of creativity. Basically, the creativity comes from you're trying to get... See how it starts off right here for a moment? You can only, it's kind of hard to see. There's this couple pixels. When it's that bright green, the bright green is called divine ground. You want to get that divine ground into a flask. So what you would do is you would capture some of it in a pouch, and then you would shift a liquid like, I don't know, polymorphine. You turn polymorphine into divine ground. So all the polymorphine flasks turn into divine ground flasks. So now you've managed to put a solid material inside of a liquid holding flask. Then you just put a little bit of urine inside that divine ground flask, and it will make the gas inside the flask. And that's how you capture it in there. It's shift number 14, which is right here. Water, brine, and chili water are about to get converted over to poison. Or if I hold the material, instead it'll be water, brine, and chili water will turn into the held material. So we want it to turn into the held material. This will allow us to do our snowball themed run, which is what our whole goal of today was. Let me make sure that we do have our snow pouch. We need to set up the fungus. Getting it set up. Then we eat the fungus. We're getting our character high. Then we hold the snow. And this is going to be perfect. Alright, snow. So everywhere that there was water now should have snow. Right here, this is snow. And then something like touch of water should now not be touch of water. It says touch of water, but whenever you use it, will actually result in snow. So it's really touch of snow. Then from there, let me empty out all the charges. From there, we want to use an egg. And then touch of water. The touch of water has charges, so we'll have to use a Greek letter. Gamma casts a copy of the last spell, so we put that in the last spot. So now the hollow egg represents a snowball, and it does throw out snow, which is one of our main goals. And let me see, what else were we looking to do? This is actually insanely deadly. Just to, here, I guess we can just show you. The touch of spells, you do not like to goof around with them. We're kind of playing with fire right now. I'll show you. See if I can cast one of them. Okay, see this? I'm going to stand. Watch my health bar. Yeah. It will insta you. The only reason I'm alive right now is because I have the perk Saving Grace. Saving Grace saved our butt. Where's the heals? Oh, come on. Almost there. There we go. Yeah, and then we'll actually, don't worry, we'll catch a few. My inventory is a little bit full at the moment, but... See, now our flask that was filled with water is now filled with snow. So that's how you can take a flask that's meant to hold liquids and put a solid inside of it. So if there was some kind of special thing that we needed snow to interact with, we could do this now inside this potion. But there really isn't anything that I'm looking to do something crazy with. We cast the egg in the air, we catch it, and then now this egg at any time when we're walking along, we can throw it, and it will have the touch of water, which is now a touch of snow. Oh shit. Well, that just bounced right off. Hold up. Try this again. This is supposed to be our snowball. We throw it. There we go. So it does work. You do not want to walk around with this just chilling up here like this. This is very, very dangerous. Because if something happens and we get polymorphed, anything that if you have an egg with spells stored inside of it, I can walk around with this egg in there for hours, 10 hours, and it will still hold those spells in it. But if something polys me, whatever is inside an egg that you're holding instantly gets cast on top of you. So if I get polyed into a sheep, into anything, I will instantly cast the touch of water on top of myself, killing whatever I've transformed into. Essentially, it's a way to insta-die in your run. You'll just be screwed. It may happen in such a way that maybe if it's frame perfect, maybe somehow you survive. Maybe it casts it too quickly. But I just know that it will drop out of it the moment we get polyed. Show us my perks won't save me, so hell, unless you mod restart. Yeah, if you close your game, reopen it, it will lose what's in track of what's inside this egg. Oh yeah, I wanted to show off the urine thing real quick. Let's okay, so we have that. We're gonna throw our piss snowball thing. All right. Okay, whenever snow hits urine, it makes water transformed. I'm trying to think, what is it trying to make? Diluted piss. Purified piss. Because it's not actually water. The reason we know it's not actually water is because we're not getting a stain. So like, see when it makes so right now when I stand in the piss, we get a Gerardi stain. Whenever we stand in this water, we get no stain. And water, you gotta remember, our actual basic water is snow. I'm like, why is it? But it says water transformed. Snow plus urine equals water plus steam. Oh, that's it, Phoenix. It's the steam. And steam was converted over to water. So it's a broken shift. Basically, we get the visuals of water with the stain of snow, and snow doesn't have a stain. This is something you can. This one is a lame one. This one is yeah, it's literally dry water. This is a lame one, but you can get some really crazy ones. You can get something that looks like water, but whenever you touch it, acts like polymorphine. So it would literally, like, it could just look exactly like this, and when you touch it, boom, it like turns you into a sheep. You can get some, yeah, it's a broken shift. It's some funky stuff. Oh yeah, more shifts. How many more did we have to do? So we were wanting to get all the way to this one here. So we have another shift that we can do. If you melt the snow, does it make more snow? Yeah, I'd assume so. Yeah. It should just make more snow. Here we go. Then we have one shift remaining. Let's go grab the final 3 orbs so that we can get to 11 orbs. It may seem silly, but this is actually a really powerful build that we got right here. Like, it's really basic, but it will insta-kill just about everything. Also, before I do the fungal shift, I'll give you one more look at our duck build, just because it's about to turn into a mass snow build, I believe. Okay, so these guys right here, if we hit them with the eggs, you'll notice that they just get messed up. Problem is, oh shit. Problem is I got hit. I'm hit. I'm on fire. All right. So I can't cast my fucking spells right now because this guy. Kill him. Kill them all! Damn. Kind of hard to get an angle on some of these guys. There we go. Snowballs for all. How's this? Oh, shit. Well, snowball blew up in my face. Called it. Called it. That was a bit scary. Alright, back to throwing snowballs. Right. That one dude down there has just been like dodging every snowball that ever existed. Maybe, no, he died now. His luck ran out, I guess. Dude, the snowball build is too scary. It's fucking... I accidentally hit myself with one snowball and I'm toasted. Don't make me regret trusting with my bet. No, it's fine. It's fine. Don't be... Why are you so afraid, chat? Don't worry. You know your build's safe with... Your bet's safe with me. Your bet's safe with my build. Dude, the eggs keep hitting each other. I wish I had it built into my telly wand, but I don't really have a good setup for that, I don't think. Perhaps a long distance cast would help. That is true, but then we'll lose our... Ooh, it almost popped right in my face.
This best case is that you die.
It's like I need to slow down the wand somehow. Alright, see this guy right here? Snowball to the face. Oh, no, hold on. I gotta hit him. Where is he? Where is he? Let me at him. What? Wait, he's not Midas immune or anything, is he? No way. Oh, come on. My lobs are too weak. My moves are weak. Don't run away from me. You're gonna catch a snowball to the face whether you like it or not. Oh, he actually doesn't get hurt by it. Wait, maybe his hitbox is really wonky? I don't remember. Don't you have homing? Homing doesn't work on the eggs. Yeah, he actually doesn't get hurt by it. Did not remember him having that. I'm gonna look it up real quick. The big fella. The girthy fella. Immunities. Yep, there he is. Immune to the touch of spells. A lot of bosses you'll see are immune to the touch of spells, but I didn't expect our fella here. Definitely not something a build I run on him very often. Added holy damage multiplier of 0.5. Added to the game. Super Uko was added March 30th, 2021. Seems like it was just yesterday. 17k hours, by the way. Who the hell's throwing touch of spells at that guy? Be reasonable. Homing on egg would be nice. It'd be really strong. Will you put a speed up on the egg? Doesn't work. You have to put a burst of air. Burst of air will kick out the eggs, make them go faster. I was hacked! I thought the goal was to grab the eggs to actually throw them yourself, not cast it with a wand. I have been. Haven't you watched me several times throw the eggs at people? Have you not been watching? See? Egg. Catch. Smack somebody in the face with this egg. Huh! Okay, give me one moment. Take two. Take two. Oh, give me. Please hold. Please hold. Alright, alright. Now's my shot. Alright, take 15, take 15. Please hold, please hold. Now you're seeing why I started just shooting them. There we go. Perfect. First time. Ready to shift? Okay. I'm actually going to do it with the transformed one. Hopefully this works. It may end up creating a broken shift and us being very sad, but oh well, the blood wasn't our goal anyways. Unless we want to scoop up some snow over here, which there is some right there. 1% snow? Oh, because my dissolved powders dissolve most of it. Oh, that should be fine, right? As long as we don't get anything else in the snow pouch at all. Alright. So now, when we throw out... Actually, we don't even need... We can go Omega. Oh, this is going to be bad. This is probably going to get me killed, isn't it? This egg packs a punch. It's snowing! Kind of. It's duck corpses, but, you know, that's still snow. That still counts. That's a homemade end of everything. Ah. Now it feels like Christmas. It's the kind of Christmas I was talking about. Alright, let me try this again. Like we're getting slightly less than before. I wonder if it's because of the touch of water. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, yep. It's snowing! I still need to grab 2 orbs. The Hell Orb and the Vault Orb? No, I know where it is. It's the one over here. How dare you look at me? Oh. Tis the season. Could that kill the bridge boss? No, because it doesn't have any damage type that's like good against him. I believe he would just, his iframes would just kick in and he would ignore most of the damage. If he crashes and you can't recover, that's a refund? Yes. It would not count it as a loss. That'd be lame. Let's put the touch of back for now. Keeping us a little more under control. I wonder if I reversed it. I don't think that would affect anything. We'll test it. Reduce lifetime on the starter duck. We can't really specify like that because we'd have to put it on the build as a whole. Which we could, but the duck's just gonna die off instantly. Is that what you're wanting? Wait, there's so many reduced lifetimes that ducks don't even begin to exist? Wait, what the fuck? Did you just delete that whole piece of ice? That's weird. Will the copy mage copy egg only, or do they copy what the payload is too? It would be egg only. It's like the order of the touch-up spell. You think so? The fuck? It all depends on like how it lands. Oh! Doesn't seem to put out the fire very well because it doesn't make water anymore. That's a bit of a problem. Will actually burn to death if I... Huh. That is a scream-worthy moment. This and the gamma, wherever it is, there it is. Actually, we don't need that anymore, I don't think. Oh, shit. Ducks, get out of the way. Isn't blood mist now snow mist? No, blood mist is not just blood material. It is a special liquid called blood mist. To accumulate that blood into a flask, you have to jump into it and hold out a potion, like, or a flask. You know, hold out something that can scoop it up, and you will notice that it holds a liquid in it called blood mist, rather than just basic ass, you know, blood. Alright, we got 10. Maybe add projectile acceleration to an egg. It doesn't, you have to get burst of air. Burst of the air, you need something that pushes a physics object. Modifiers like homing and all that won't help it, I don't believe it. It's hard to remember, actually. Let me make sure I'm not misremembering. Yeah. There's something that does affect the egg, and I remember being like, oh, I didn't even remember that. Was it homing? Something messed with it. Bottom right. Got the orb. Run for it. Oops, forgot to put that back. 11 orbs. We have the touch of water. So there's a couple different ways we can approach this fight. But the crappy thing is, I don't believe we can get them to interact the moment the fight starts. Let me try this. I'm pretty sure it won't. Back to me. Well, because I threw it, it makes this salt move. It's annoying. Let me try this again in a second. Maybe on the way down. We catch it on the way down. Dude, my arm's too strong. Been working out. Because if we grab it and then we throw it, it travels to, like, he'll have his shield up. I don't think we'll get the interaction we want. I'm trying to think if we can get it to the center. Because you got to remember with the touch-up spells, if it hits them on any of these edges, it won't hurt them. It has to hit the center of them, which is not exactly what we're looking for. Can't you grab burst of air from the average diamond? Yeah, you could actually, Sky. That's not a bad idea. That would allow us to instead of having these little limp egg shots. I'll grab it in a second, but first we shouldn't need it for this part anyways. I'm just wanting to... It's a little scary. Let me just try this for a moment. If I was to shoot this up... Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Oh, shit!
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
It actually did work.
You can see this guy right now. He is drenched in sweat.
Holy crap! Those eggs, those ducks were pumping damage. Did you see them? Because the boss took ownership of every duck that came out of the egg, and so when the eggs were hitting me, they were just like boom, boom, but they're like pumping. That was a an 11 Orb Kolmi kill, by the way, but the reason he instantly dies is because the touch of, just if you hit the center of the boss with a touch of spell, he instantly dies. Up to like 30 orbs, I think. Once you get to, let me see, I forget the amount. Let me look. Yeah, 30 orbs. So at 31, he gains an immunity to the touch of spells. So meaning you can just insta him, which is, you know, what this did. It just insted him. Now, though, for the fun of it, I kind of want to remove that. Because the duck spam's kind of hilarious. Oh, this snowball run, not Duckmageddon. There's a snowball in there. Would repulsion field also work instead of burst of air? I don't think so. I don't think the repulsion works on the egg. Like, if you throw the egg up and it hits the repulsion, it doesn't shove it to the side. I think it just cracks on you like normal. I think it ignores it. Gonna turn in the Sampo. Give me a moment. So what Sky was suggesting was that we jump into the Avarice Diamond over here. Because whenever you do the Avarice Diamond, if you fail to do like the proper quests or whatever, it just gives you a burst of air. But this is one of the rare times that you could be excited about a burst of air. You'd be like, oh, that's exactly what I wanted for the egg. But we also need to put down... So the problem if you have them separate like this is burst of air is one cast, then the egg trigger is the second cast. We want these to happen at the same time. So we need to put this a double. So now it will cast the burst of air and the egg same moment. And this will cause it to travel much faster. So when we shoot it out, like that. A couple ducks. I like how an enemy just walks up and then dies in it. He's like, what's happening here? Oh, God! Huh. Glass cannon or no balls? Okay, our game would just completely lock up. There's no way. Ducks are the way, baby. Let me show you one more thing. Actually, we take the burst of air off for a moment so that I can throw this egg in the air and catch it. And then what we're going to do... Remember earlier how I talked about if you get polymorphed while you have an egg in your inventory, what happens? So that's what we're going to try to show off real quick. What mods... what are the mods you use, if any? No mods. This is all vanilla. Alright, so I have this egg. What we're about to do is going to be a little dangerous. Alright, so we already got the win. Don't worry. Don't freak out about that. Let's see. We need the polymorphine shots. No, that's the blinding shot. That is not the poly shot. In fact, let me try to stay alive while I'm blind. So I'm holding the egg. And remember, this egg has a shit ton of ducks inside of it. Like a shit ton of ducks. Where's your shot, friend? Oh, there it is. There you go. You see what I'm talking about? If you get polyed while you're holding an egg with things stuffed inside of it, it will all release the moment you get polyed. This is why carrying an actually offensive, like something to do damage, is a bad idea to hold it in your inventory. What you could do, though, is you could store some defensive spells in it, like a shield or some heals, things like that. So if you get polyed, it could drop a shield onto the ground and heals and all kinds of stuff, and that could try to protect you. Look at this! What the hell? Got like a little fireworks show at the end. Kolmi, I mean not Kolmi, the bridge boss is deleting the gold and everything. Yeah, that was a grand finale right there. Dunk, open shop, go feed Teddy, then come do TI. Or hear me out. Everybody look at your watches, look at your clocks. All right, nobody has a watch, I know that. You have your cell phone and you use that to tell time. I want you to look at it. 15 hours from now. Add 15 hours to that current time that you see. And we'll be playing some more Noita with Twitch integration.
Nope.
Who's down?
Nope.
All right, I added 15 hours to my watch like you said. Now it is way off, but at least it is time for Twitch integration.
No, hold up. 15 hours from now. No. Don't add. I mean, mentally, in your head, add 15 hours. That's when we'll be playing a little bit of TI. Can't I have 2 seconds of enjoying cool shit, man? All right, here we go. Not toxic. Golden yes signs going out to Scrap, Onumbar, Ghost of Rain, Trumpets of Jericho, July, Dragon Blood, Icarus Zero, Hem Z, and Stormy Window. Congrats to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people with golden yeses? No, not a toxic yes sign. Golden yes sign. Not toxic. They're the opposite. These are valuable community members right here.
Can see this guy right now.
7 streaks going out to Nonstop, Alex Gamer, Talithmar, Stormy Window, Big B, BFG Gaming, Minthos, Hemzy, Tempted by Gold. So how about that airline food? Icarus, July Dragon Blood, Space Monkey UK, Low Cost, Rosalina Dev. Oh my gosh, I'm running out of oxygen. Hatch your numbers, Juan Steed, Vex, Fresh Barch, Ocean Tree, G-Slat, Ghost of Rain, Jameson, Jolly, Steffi, Scrap, Blessed RNGs, Quantum Sleep, Woojek. How is this still going? Oh, we only have a couple left on this one. Donk and Rue Happy. Nailed it. Congratulations on your 7 predictions in a row correct. Now the -7s going out to Little Spoon, Inks, and Hubert Libre. That is 3 people earning dunce caps. 14 in a row going out to Jim Tonic, Chupacabra, The Joker, Rimrail, Lord Huron, Liquid Cake, Saccharomyces, Non-Antagonistic, Zach Raff, Extraterrestrian, Jorik, Pood, Conspicuous Compiler, Al Sahan, Walnuts. God damn. It's a Richie with the back-to-back -7s. That is a -14. Richie, your second dunce cap is in your backpack. You could equip it when you like. 3 7s in a row. That is 21 for Hash Punch, Gula Mendez, Cobalt, Frosty, and Chosen One. Then we got the 4 7 streaks going out to Known Blob, Silver Sky Shark, and Mystery Mystery Wave. With the 4 7 streaks in a row. That is 28. Congratulations. You guys are the Giga Chads of today with the biggest streaks. And then we just feel free to, point and laugh at these losers right here. One loser, Spirit, Paul, what are you doing? Spirit, you're the only person losing your streak. Maybe it was tactical. Maybe he threw it away on purpose. I see you there, Sky Shark. I see you there with on the top of the boards. Close that. Let me move this. Chat. I had a fantastic day hanging with you. Tons of fun. I know you want some TI. I see Lukey Micro begging. He says, please. But, like I said, look at your clock right now. 15 hours. We're going to be... Listen, I have to leave you guys wanting more. Otherwise, if I do TI right now, right? Hold on. Hypothetically, let's say I did TI right now. And I just choke slam you guys into the ground, right? Like you guys are like, oh, we're going to do we're going to make some amazing votes. And then I just go full God gamer mode, crushing everything you throw at me. Well, then stream ends and you're just sad. You're like, wow, his gameplay's flawless. He cannot be killed. So then whenever tomorrow's stream goes live, you're like, why even show up? I already know he's just going to beat our ass in Twitch integration. We already know it's going to happen. But, you see what I'm saying? I don't want to demotivate you from tuning into the next stream. 15 hours. If you want to have your ass beat, be here. Twitch integration. We sweat it up. But for now, I need to throw some love out to somebody else playing some video games right now. Thank you guys for being here today. Thank you for lurking in the shadows. I'm going to send you guys on over to... First to say it, who am I sending them over to? Somebody say something quickly. Daw? Test 60 chose Daw. Unless West is streaming. West, are you streaming? Because he said me, but I'm pretty sure he just trolled. West, you lying piece of shit. You lying piece of shit. Daw, if you guys don't know. Okay, I gotta give you the lead-in. If you don't know, you'll want to know. Hold. Past broadcast. I think it is... Actually, no, it should be clip from this week. Yes. So, Daw right now is doing win streaking. But this week, he suffered a massive loss. He was at an 80 win streak. A little bit of panic. You know, it's going to sound a little evil, but it's nice to see a clip like this from Daw, to see that he is human. Because if you don't know, Daw is insane. He is a really, really good Noita player. He makes insane moves sometimes, some of the craziest Noita moves. So it's good to see somebody else panicking, because I've definitely felt that panic before. Then afterwards, you're like, what have I done? Why did it happen? But see, it can even happen to some amazing Noita players like Daw. Sometimes you just stand in the corner and you just get your ass beat. Imagine winning 80 times in a row. And then this happens. The skull, dumbass. My point is, for any new guys out there, remember I've told you, new guys stop by all the time, I'm struggling with the early game, I'm struggling. Here is a very experienced player having a moment where you just kind of panic and you freak out. That is why I'm trying to encourage you guys to not give in, because you are experiencing the most difficult start. I mean, the difficult part of the game, the most difficult part of the game is that beginning, when you are in the struggle days, when you have no loots, no health, no perks. That's when you got to be afraid. It's like, imagine the most difficult game you've ever beaten and maybe like the hardest boss of that game. Well, yeah, that's the starter boss in Noita. The starter boss is the most difficult part. The game says, here you go, here's the hardest part. If you can overcome it, your prize, your reward is getting to do all the craziest shit that Noita has to offer. Getting to play the sandbox that is Noita. That is your prize for overcoming difficulty. So we're going to send you guys on a raid over to Daw. He's currently win streaking right now. So that 80 streak died. That 80 streak died, and then he's just started another run. And he's currently at a 33 win streak. He's at a 33 win streak. He is a Japanese Noita streamer. He does speak a little bit of English. You'll hear him a little bit, but if you know Noita, then that's all you, if you speak Noita, you'll be fine over there. He's got his own play style, so you'll definitely notice he makes his own moves. And if you watch a lot of Noita, you'll see that each streamer will have their own styles, their own preferred spells and stuff. And it's good to let you guys see different streamers, because you'll probably learn something. Something you're like, Dunk never does this. Just because I don't do it doesn't mean it's not a great idea. It's just everybody's got their own flavor, right? And so that you'll learn, you'll see there. Hi, Baldy, longtime YouTube viewer. What are you yapping about today? Digi, you're jumping in here right as the raid's about to go off, you piece of shit. I'm sorry to my YouTube peeps out there. I know I haven't posted a video in 43 days and 20 hours, but it's because I'm cooking up some content for you guys, all right? I'm making something. Okay, it'll probably be garbage, but I am making something for the community. You'll see it soon. Dunkbot 2.0. We inch closer every day. I will see you guys in 15 hours. 15 hours, more Noita, more sweat. Thank you for all the support, chat. Thanks for being here. Sorry if I missed any subs today. I'm a terrible streamer. Deuces, chat.